It's time to start the only way we know how, with the warm-up. Brought to you from our friends at Brick & Barrel. With a wonderful family atmosphere, Brick & Barrel has a beautiful beer garden and is just the place to take in a game or celebrate after. Brick & Barrel, 155 Joyner Parkway in Lincoln. The way you warm up is the way you perform. So to be the best, you gotta warm up with the best. So warm up with us as we sit down with a member of the Potters coaching staff to talk all things Potters. It's time to get loose and warm up right here on Stones Radio Networks.
Welcome in, Mark the Phantom Lowe here, and our member of the Potters coaching staff is, of course, the guy who wants to be a member of the Potters coaching staff, the great Stones McCoy. Stones, thanks for stepping in.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let me get a little bit of airtime. That's nice of you.
Yeah, that's great. That's why you're here. Hey, listen, big weekend. We had Potters went 1-2 against Novato tonight, taking on the Sacramento Yankees. But the number I just heard a couple of minutes ago that really floored me: 3,900 fans out to the opening weekend of games.
Yeah, I mean, you can't ask for more. I don't know if we could have fit more than 3,900 in a 3-day weekend. So, no, it's beautiful out here. The fans have always supported the Lincoln Potters. 2023 is no exception to that. No exception. And, we're already ready for a great season.
Sacramento Yankees coming in. They are a collection of area college and community college stars and have a 2-0 record already on the young season. The series against Novato, I thought, Stones, we talked about it a little bit on Sunday, a real competitive series, which is a good thing to do early in the season. And I thought the most impressive thing to me, or the most encouraging thing, is the way the Potters swung the bats.
Absolutely. I mean, pitching will come. We talk about this every beginning of the season. We don't know when the last time these guys threw, how much they've thrown, if they're actually on break right now. I mean, so there's a lot of things that go into the pitching, but the hitting has definitely been alive since they've started here in Lincoln, and very, very encouraging. And the other thing I really liked about that series against the Knicks was that the Potters never gave up. Didn't matter how many runs they were getting down. They fought back every single inning, and each game was close. So, I mean, there's that.
Yeah, we talked with John Peters on Friday nights. We talked with JP, the manager of the Potters. And the one thing, we talked about what he wants to have hold over from the Ryan Stevens years. And that's the one thing you and I have always pointed out. The Potter teams never give up.
Absolutely not. No, There is a fight within this organization. It doesn't matter what guys are in that dugout. It's once you strap on that uniform, there is just a fight with these guys. And they fight till the end.
And the thing that people don't see a lot out there and when they come to the games is what you and I have to do every summer is, and this is maybe our most important job, is breaking a new set of interns. And, I think we've got some promising young men and women here this year, but it's always a slog to try to get through that first weekend with a new intern.
Some kid named Zip Tie is now, I think he's self-glossed.
The problem
is
not sure. You cannot give yourself a nickname.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's self-glossed, and we're going to have a conversation, probably have him call Jim Rome and figure that all out.
Exactly. We've got Jack. We've got, I call him Riptide or Ripcord. We've got Chris. I think Leela also. We've got a great group. And I met Dylan today.
And Dylan, yes.
And who I don't like already because he goes to the University of Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, especially that weird orange color that he's wearing all the time. I'm not really a fan of that.
And they send a lot of players to Healdsburg, and we can't have that.
Like that.
One final thing before we go on this one, Stones, we've got a tremendous rivalry playing itself out today. One of the most vaunted names in Lincoln baseball history is Isola, from the great Alex Isola back when my son played ball here in Lincoln, and Alex is was in the Twins organization. He's got two brothers.
Yes,
he's got Aiden Isola,
which is on the Potters,
who will be on the first base dugout.
Okay,
we've also got Avery Isola, who will be on the third base dugout and catching for the Sacramento Yankees. We got brother versus brother. This is the Civil War. I'm calling it right now against the Yankees.
I had no idea that we had brother versus. That's crime.
Brother
on brother crime.
It's not a.
Are you sure?
It's not Cain and Abel.
Okay.
It's Avery and Aiden Isola.
All right. Well, let's see how it plays out.
I just hope that Mom and Dad are out here because I'd love to see them again.
Absolutely.
That's a look at today's game. It's the Sacramento Yankees and Lincoln Potters. We're back with more after this on the Stones Radio Networks.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Here's a quick look back at Potter seasons past.
Hit high in the air to left center field. Going after it is Leopard, still going after it, and that ball is gone. Brennan Roselle did it. He got number 2. It just took him a couple more pitches. A big blast to left center field by the Zebra legend, and the Potters have a 2-1 lead. Maybe some meditation. Probably not. 2-1 now. First and third, nobody out here in the 8th. That ball's hit high. It is hit far. It is gone. A 3-run home run by J.T. Walden, and the Potters lead this one 7-4. That's hit high in the air to left field. I'm hoping he got enough of it. Benavides is going back, still going back, and he's not going to get it. It's out of here. A home run. Nolan McCarthy on Kalamazoo night here at Potter Stadium. So he got that one way up, and Benavides kept thinking, maybe I can, maybe I can. No, you cannot. McCarthy home run. Hit high in the air and deep to left center field. And Murphy thinks it's gone. It is gone. A home run as Murphy was taking off his ankle cover or his ankle protector as the ball was in the air. And that one is way out of here. A home run for Nolan McCarthy. McCarthy with a home run, his 7th of the year. 2 runs batted in. On how you comport yourself. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball is hit well to left field. It is gone. A home run by Clayton Coates, and he really turned on that one. And the Potters lead it 6-0. The Potter faithful let Clayton know how. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stanger looks back at second base. Line drive center field, hit very well. Barnes goes back, still going back. He's not going to get it. It's down. 1 run scores. Here comes Roselle around third. They're going to send him as well. The throw's coming in. Cut off. It's a 2-run triple for Zach Chamiso, and the Potters lead this one 2-0.
Coming up, Potters Baseball on Stones Radio Networks.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dog's Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Gaspar's going back, still going back, still going back. He reaches up, and that one is out of here. A 2-run home run for Brandon Motherall. Line drive, center field, hit very well. Barnes goes back, still going back. He's not going to get it. It's down. 1 run scores. Here comes Roselle around third. They're going to send him as well. The throw's coming in. Cut off. It's a 2-run triple for Zach Chamiso. Breaking ball is hit well to left field. It is gone. A home run by Clayton Coates, and he really turned on that one. That ball is way out of here. I mean, way out of here. A home run for Trey Fleury, number 2. And I think Trey has made a statement, and that statement is, I want to be the postgame guest on the Lincoln Potters broadcast on the Stones Radio Network. That ball's hit high. It is hit far. It is gone. A 3-run home run by J.T. Walden. High fly ball. That's well hit to left field. Brum goes back, still going back, reaches up. That ball is out of here. Brennan Roselle, the Fighting Zebra alum, pounds one to left field. The Potters lead this one 12-3, and somehow he's got the flag too.
Potters fans, Potter up.
Hello and welcome to McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California for another exciting night of Lincoln Potters baseball. I'm Mark the Phantom Lowe, alongside my broadcast partner, the great Stones McCoy. And tonight, we bring you the first of 2 meetings this week between the Potters and the visiting Sacramento Yankees. Yankees are 2-0 on the young season. They feature several area college and community college standouts, so they will provide a tough test for a Lincoln team that is looking to bounce back after dropping 2 of 3 to the Novato Knicks on the season's opening weekend. Manager John Peters sending newcomer Eric Vassar to the mound as the Potters look to even their season record, and we'll get it all started with lineups and first pitch right after this short break on the Stones Radio Networks.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to McBean Park, or McBean Stadium. Call it what you will, in the middle of McBean Park out here in Lincoln, California. It's more Lincoln Potters baseball for you. Mark the Phantom Low here with the great Stones McCoy, and it's the Lincoln Potters against the Sacramento Yankees. Game 4 of the season for the Lincoln Potters. They had the weekend series against the Novato Knicks, winning on Friday night, then dropping a 5-4 decision on Saturday, then doubled the scores. They lost it 10-8 on Sunday. So very competitive games and very enjoyable to watch. A great crowd out here, as we mentioned in the pregame warm-up. 3,900 fans coming out to watch those first 3 games, and we appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully we're going to come back out and check us out again, and a lot of fans have done that tonight. As a Tuesday night baseball crowd, a beautiful Tuesday night baseball crowd. The Carlin C. Coppin Choir just singing the national anthem and doing a fantastic job as Eric Vassar throws his warm-up pitches for the Lincoln Potters against the Sacramento Yankees. The Yankees, as mentioned, have a lot of area college and community college stars, some high schoolers as well, and they will provide a formidable opposition to the Potters as they are 2-0 on the young season. They're going to start off their lineup with J.D. Madrigal, the local product in right field, then Cowan Meyer out of Placer High at second base, Joaquin Murphy at first base batting third, then Mike LaPlaca, the third baseman, hitting in the 4th spot, Julian Clavel, the DH hits 5th. Joseph Portwood in left field bats 6th. Dylan Drake is the shortstop for the Yankees today. Then Avery Isola catching, and Paxton Andrade in center field. Isaiah Williams is on the mound for the Sacramento Yankees. That's the lineup as they will take the field against Eric Vassar and the Lincoln Potters. And we're just about ready to get started here as J.D. Madrigal is going to start us off against Eric Vassar, the right-hander. So J.D. Madrigal coming to the plate, right-handed hitter against Eric Vassar. We're just about ready to get started. Fans still bringing their beers to their seats, and that's the way we like to see it. Fastball is grounded out towards second base to Cade Sanchez. He's got it and over to first for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out for the Yankees. Cowan Meyer coming to the plate, and that means we get to go look at our defensive alignments very quickly in this one. We mentioned Cade Sanchez at second. Levi Sotomayor is over at first. JT Maloney at short. Trey Furry at third. In left, it's Zach Malone, Jarek Curtis in center, and Brandon Springer out in right. Landon Weiss behind the plate, and Eric Vassar on the mound for the Potters. And here's Cowan Meyer out of Placer High. Jordan Georgeson tells me he's headed to Sac State, so I'll take that as gospel. Jordan, the Go Country Media journalist who moonlights as a photographer and hangs out here in the press box whenever he can get a beer voucher, which is most of the time. Second pitch is down low. 1 ball, 1 strike on Cowan Meyer. Right-handed second baseman Joaquin Murphy to follow, the number 3 hitter for the Yankees of Sacramento. Potters wearing their orange jerseys, white pants in this one, blue socks. Next pitch is right down the middle for a strike. It's 1-2 on Cowan Meyer. Fans still trickling in. Really good crowd out here, and a really good crowd already at the bounce house, which is nice to see. And no, that is not some sort of, although it's a great idea for a name for a bar. Grounded out toward shortstop. JT Maloney across the diamond gets him by a step at first base. So 2 ground balls from Eric Vassar, 2 outs from the Potters infield, and here's Joaquin Murphy, the first baseman. Right-handed hitter comes up here. As mentioned, the bounce house would be a good name for a bar, Stones. I think the bounce house. All right. Doesn't care for that, so here comes Joaquin Murphy, a left-handed hitter against Vassar. Eric with a ground ball to second and a ground ball to short so far in this one. Murphy swings and chops one down the first base line on Eric Vassar. Mike LaPlaca, the third baseman, on deck for the Sacramento Yankees. 2-0 on the season. Stones tells me they are 13 runs scored against 2 runs allowed, which is going to get you some wins. That one is down low for a ball. 1-1. There's now a baby loose in the press box, and so everybody will stop, and I have to act like a professional as Stones McCoy has abdicated his post as the cameraman. Willie he doesn't know what he's doing over there. He's looking at the baby. That's Sales high and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike on Joaquin Murphy. You bring a baby into a press box, things are going to happen, and they're not. Two balls and one strike. Murphy waits, slightly open stance from the left side. Swinging and a miss. Good fastball by Eric Vassar, who's been impressive in the early going. Just getting started on a Tuesday night. Tuesday night baseball from McBean Stadium on the Stones Radio Networks, also on Lincoln Potter's YouTube, and also on Lincoln Potter's Facebook. So it's all over the place. You can't miss it. Big chopper out to second base. Sanchez is going to try a short hop and can't get it. Picks it up, throws anyway, and does not get him at first base. Pulls the first baseman off. So a tough play. Sanchez had to come in and decide if he was going to do the short hop. He did the short hop, and it bounced off his glove. We're going to give that temporarily, anyway, the infield single, because it was a tough play by Sanchez. He just had to make that determination how to play it and couldn't come up with the short hop. Here's Mike LaPlaca, the third baseman. Right-handed hitter stepping in against Eric Vassar. So 3 ground balls for the Yankees. That one found favor, and they've got Murphy over at first base. Fastball's inside to LaPlaca. We're number 34 for the Yankees. Julian Clavel, the designated hitter, is on deck. Saw our first patron with ice cream sundae in one of those batting helmets today. It's been a little cooler, so not a lot of those moving around, but saw one today already. They look delicious. I'm putting in my order on my Uber Eats. 2 balls and no strikes on Mike LaPlaca. The Cowbells are out early in this one. That is on the inside corner, call strike 2-1. Surprised Willie can tear his attention away from the baby in time to ask for more cowbells, but he does and gets the cowbells. And now they're just cowbell. They're just improv cowbells now. You like to see that. 2-1 pitch. In there, strike 2. They got little baby cowbells. I like that, though. You got a daddy cowbell, mama cowbell, and a baby cowbell. And Willie can ask for whichever one he wants. I like that. 2-2 coming up. Murphy leads at first. Hit sharply at the lefty shortstop. Maloney is going to just step on the bag himself and retire the side. So nothing for the Yankees in the top of the first so far. We've got Yankees nothing, but the Potters are now coming to bat.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dog's Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Ready for the bottom of the first. Isaiah Williams, the big left-hander, is on the mound. 6'6", 205 pounds. He is in the transfer portal right now, but he will take the mound against the Potters, who will send up Jarrett Curtis, Aiden Isola, and Cade Sanchez, the first 3. Jarrett Curtis swings and misses at a fastball. Made his debut. Went 1 for 4 the other day. Out in center field. 0-1 pitch. Big breaking ball's in there for a strike. So Williams very impressive on his first 2 pitches, and he's got Jarrett Curtis 0-2. Out of Cypress, Texas, Texas Tech University. Chops one over to the right of second. Picked up and throw to first and got him by a half a step. That is Cowan Meyer with the play as he throws Curtis out at first base for the first out of the inning. Chopper and Curtis moves down the line very well, so it was a close play, and Meyer got him by half a step, and here's Aiden Isola. We're in number 7. He's the batter, and his brother Avery is the catcher, and that's the first shot is fired in the Civil War here that we've got going on tonight. Aiden out of Sac City College. Big breaking balls high at Granite Bay High School. Fouled out of play to our right. 1 ball and 1 strike. 4 for 14 so far for Aiden. Got 3 runs batted in his stint as a Potter. That's on the inside corner for a strike, so Williams so far pretty accurate. Way up top for the left-hander. Cade Sanchez on deck. Aiden takes that one in the dirt. Brother Avery blocks it, so it is 2-2. Maybe it's my imagination, but the catcher has a little bit extra step. A little bounce in his step when brother is up there. Oh, they can't be talking to each other still. That's fouled at the plate. Hopefully trash talk will be reserved for after the game. Probably a lot on the way to the game. I'm sure they rode together, you know. I know. Now that I say that, I think, no, there's no way they did. 2-2. Breaking ball outside. 3-2 on Aiden Isola. The real challenge is remembering which Isola is up and not saying the wrong one. And not throwing Alex in there every once in a while just for good measure. Line drive center field. Andrade in his tracks. Had to back up a little bit, so Aiden hit it well, but flies to Paxton Andrade in center field. 2 outs, and here's Cade Sanchez looking over the defensive alignment for Sacramento Yankees. Joseph Portwood is out in left. We talked about Andrade in center, and J.D. Madrigal over in right. Mike LaPlaca at third. Dylan Drake is the shortstop. Cowan Meyer at second, and Joaquin Murphy at first. Avery Isola behind the plate, and Isaiah Williams is on the mound, and here's Cade Sanchez. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. 0-1 on Cade. Out of Houston, Texas. He is 5 for 13 with a bunch of RBIs so far. Off-speed pitches in there for a strike. 5 for 14 with 4 runs batted in for Cade. That one hits the outside corner, call strike 3. So impressive inning for Isaiah Williams here in the first inning. We go to the top of the second. Padres nothing and the Yankees nothing.
Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the Old Historic District. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory Filet-O-Fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. Oh, you're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the second from McBean Stadium. No score so far. Eric Vassar and Isaiah Williams very impressive on the mound for their respective teams. Julian Clavel, Joseph Portwood, and Dylan Drake, the first 3 hitters for the Yankees here in the second inning. Clavel, the designated hitter, will be the leadoff man, coming in from the left side of the plate. Julian is out of Fresno City College, 6 foot and 195 pounds. Good program down there in Fresno. Left-hander against Vasa, the right-hander. Right in there for a strike on 1. It's a 2 for Tuesday out here at the ballpark today. Half off Loomis Basin Brews, I believe is how you're supposed to word it, and I'm all about that. So, yeah, let's extend that up to the box, please. Sales outside. Sometimes I think the patrons get the benefit of all these specials, and I do not get to partake of these specials. Now, they say you're working so you don't get the half off. What is that? What sense does that make? That is in there. Call strike 2, 1-2 on Julian Clavel. Leading off here in the top of the second. 2 teams meet again on Thursday, and we keep the same theme on Thursday with a Thirsty Thursday. 2 for Tuesday, Thirsty Thursday. When the Yankees and Potters get together, have a beer. Clavel lines that down the third baseline, past the third base coach, and into the bullpen area foul. There you go, $6.35, $3 beers on Thirsty Thursday. $3, 12-ounce Farmers Brewing Company. Is that the same Farmers that does my insurance? Or is that a different, that's a different affiliate of the Farmers? Because that's a tremendous double play if they do it that way. Fastball just misses inside. Landon Weiss was anticipating the throw down the third on the strikeout. Farmers Brewery and Insurance. That's not bad. 2-2 on Clavel. That's not the way they do it. Let's make that perfectly clear. They do not do it that way. They should do it that way. Let's make that perfectly clear. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Vassar, and he's got Clavel on strikes. First strikeout for Eric, and now he'll face Joseph Portwood, the left fielder. Joseph is, as many people are on the opposing teams in these early games, totally unknown to us, and not on the roster, and he does have a white helmet, which I think is good. I like that. Stands out. Right-handed hitter against Eric Vassar. He's followed by the shortstop, Dylan Drake. Joseph out in left field today. First pitch is swung on and missed. 0-1. Parking lot Potters out. Don's out here today. What are the names of some of the other parking lot Potters, Jones? Come up with that. Get back to me there. That's in there for a strike, because I know we gave him jerseys last year. Tom, yeah, I remember Tom. Yeah, I remember Tom.
Oh, yeah.
Donnie D? That is just misses in there. 1-2 now on Portwood.
Oh, yeah, Chris is now part of the play.
Oh, so they've incorporated Chris into the parking lot Potters. Okay, well, that's an honor. There's got to be some sort of ritual involved in that. We got to barbecue up something. 1-2 pitch. Got the outside corner. Beautiful pitch by Eric Vassar, and he's got 2 straight strikeouts to open up the second inning. Brings up Dylan Drake, the shortstop. Got Clavel swinging, got Portwood on strikes. And the left-handed shortstop, Dylan Drake, steps to the plate. We're number 2 for the Yankees. Their blue tops and white pants. Striking, I think we can say. Vassar works from the stretch at all times. He throws that one down low for a ball. So everything nice I said about him, I take back. Nice Tuesday night crowd out in the kiln out there, the VIP area. Again, remember, that's been refurbished out there. You've got to check LincolnPotters.com and get the info and bring your group out on that. That's beautiful. That's lined down the left field line, but it's foul. Groups of, I think, 10, 20, 30. I'm making up things here. But I think you just get in touch with the Potters. Ask for Chris the intern, because he seems to always know what's going on. I don't know. He has an idea. And say, hey, I want a good deal on that VIP thing. And Chris will set you right up. 1-1 pitch is down low for a ball. No, but seriously, that they've done a lot of stuff out there. And the misters haven't come into play yet, but they've got misters down there as well. No Mister, though, if you're waiting to listen to that on the soundtrack. You're not going to hear Mister. Okay, so this weekend it'll be warm, so that's a great time to go out there. That's fouled off again by Dylan Drake. Avery Isola is on deck. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Just getting started. Nobody on base yet. We've got an infield single from the Yankees in the first, but that's it. And that was Murphy, and he stayed there. 2-2 coming up to Dylan Drake. Fastball misses that inside corner. That's the one that Landon Weiss keeps wanting to get that. A little bit low, perhaps, and but he's kind of wishing. He's kind of wishing for that one. The catcher wish. Full count now on Drake. Misses again, same spot, ball 4. So Dylan Drake walks. That brings up Avery Isola, which is kind of a sticky situation here, Stones. We've got the Dueling Dog batter, as you know, which is when that Dueling Dog batter strikes out, 50% off Dueling Dogs. Now, when you pick out a Dueling Dog batter, you got Avery Isola, his brother's on the team. You don't want to pick him. But Aiden, theoretically, this is what I heard now. Here's the first pitch outside. What I heard is that Aiden came in and said, I want specifically Avery to be the Dueling Dog batter. That's what I heard, Stones. That's a brother thing. So, I don't know if you're rooting for which Isola you're rooting for right now, or if you're just rooting for beer. You're probably just rooting for beer. Throw over to first base, and Drake is back. So, in my day, we'd say that's messed up. That's what we'd say. But it's also to be totally expected. So, Avery at the plate. He is the younger brother, I believe, of Aiden. That is in there for a strike. 1-1. And now they're going to have to get the barks and everything. I mean, I don't know. I thought I would hear Aiden from the dugout barking, but maybe we should get that mic down there, Stones, and see if. I think we've got some angry dogs over there on the left side of the field today. Swinging a miss, 1-2. And, I just don't feel right about that. I mean, there's something wrong here. They've got, okay, piping in some good dog noises. 1-2 coming up. That's down in the dirt, ball 2. 2-2. Paxton Andrade batting in the 9 spot. He is on deck for the Yankees. They got a runner in the first inning on an infield single. Have a runner here in the second on a base on balls, and that is Dylan Drake over there at first base. 2-2 count on Avery Isola. There goes the runner. The pitch is down low. The throw's going to be too late, I think. Dylan Drake is in underneath the throw, which was an excellent one. A little bit to the second base side, and the tag applied by Cade Sanchez, but too late, and Drake steals second base. He is in scoring position now, and a full count to Avery Isola. And the dogs are yapping. It's not really barking. Those are more yaps. Yeah, we need to get the yappers out and put some barkers in. 3-2 pitches hit sharply to the left of second. Nice play by Cade Sanchez. He comes up with it, throws to first, and gets Isola. Well hit by Avery, but he is retired by a good play by Cade Sanchez. We go to the bottom of the second. Yankees nothing, Potters nothing.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on. After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Welcome back, bottom of the second. Just getting our warm-up started because we had one of the Piper races around the bases and Stones. A couple of disturbing things in this one. Well, one not disturbing. We had the youngest, had to be the smallest participant. I don't think she's more than, I don't know, she just learned how to walk, I think. And Mom carried her around. Oh, she's not 18 months.
Come on.
Anyway, she came in last, but the winner was motoring. He's probably about 7. He was motoring. And I remarked on his running style, and you said something very hurtful to me.
Because it looked just like you?
I didn't like that.
It was true.
He was moving quickly for a 7-year-old.
But he was using every ounce of every limb to get going faster.
It was almost like
you.
He didn't know if his limbs would work again, so he was going to get everything out of them right now.
Absolutely.
Get the last ounce of energy he could. Well, he won the race. Piper came in just ahead of the, I'm going to call her a little aged embryo because she is not much longer.
13 months?
I'll give you 13 months.
13
Will you give me probably the smallest person we've ever had?
Without a doubt.
Absolutely. and kudos to the pitcher, Isaiah Williams, who had to wait not only for the race, but they were at third base when everybody else crossed home plate. So Isaiah had to exercise a little patience. Probably good for him as a young man. But anyway, he looked pretty impressive in the first inning. In the second, he'll face Trey Furry, JT Maloney, and Levi Sotomayor, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Potters. Williams from the windup. Furry pops it up right side out of play. So a very interesting race. Again, Stone says we should get older kids so it goes faster. I like the way they're doing it. It's just that they seem to find a smaller and smaller person every time we do it. That's chopped down to third base. Picked up by LaPlaca. He's going to have to get it across the diamond to get Furry, and he does by half a step. Scooped up over there by Joaquin Murphy. So a couple of close plays for the Potters so far offensively, but nothing to show for it so far. Furry at 3 for 12 for the season before his at-bat. At 3 for 13 is the shortstop, JT Maloney, who comes up to the plate right now out of Sac City College. Real good baseball program. Also gave us Aiden Isola and a couple of others. He hits that one right back up the middle over second base into center field for a base hit. So JT here, we were saying good things about his school. He responds with the first Potters hit of the day. They had 29 hits over the last 2 games on the weekend and lost both games 5-4 and 10-8. First hit is by JT Maloney, and Levi Sotomayor coming to the plate. Levi, so far in the season, 7 of 15. So a very good average for Levi. He's played first. He's played outfield. He's also pitched a little bit. He has 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored, and he takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Also Sac City for Levi. Brendan Springer on deck, the right fielder. Maloney at first, 1 out, second inning. That's outside. Scooped up by Avery Isola. Block in at third base a little bit on the left-hand hitting Sotomayor. Outfield pretty much straight away and medium deep. Breaking ball, check swing, foul down the third baseline. The Yankees, not as much as the Nevada Knicks, having everyone in their organization sitting out front of their dugout. There, it's kind of restrained a little bit. They have more coaches than most teams have. They have 3 or 4 coaches over there. Fouls it into the catcher's glove. That's strike 3, and Sotomayor is retired on strikes. Second strikeout for Isaiah Williams with 2 outs, and Maloney still at first base. Brandon Springer coming to the plate. Brandon 5 of 13 on the season, had a couple hits in the game on Sunday. Of his 5 hits, 4 of them are doubles, I believe. So he's the double man, double Springer. First pitch is inside, just missed him on a breaking ball. 1-0 on Brandon Springer. He's followed by Landon Weiss in the number 8 spot, and then Zach Malone bats 9th for the Potters today. That's hit down the left field line. Hit well. Going after it is Portwood. He's not going to get there. Is it a fair ball? No, it is a foul ball down the left field line. Well hit indeed by Brandon Springer. Might have had another double if that one was fair, but unfortunately it was not. And we'll do it all over again at 1 ball and 1 strike. Springer out of William Jessup. I got to say, he's got to be 6'4". I mean, that's probably underselling it. And Isaiah Williams on the mound is 6'6", so this is a real battle. Yeah, a lot of guys are 6'4" to me as I get shorter and shorter. High and outside. Play by Isola to keep that one from going back to the screen. 2-1 on Brandon Springer. There goes the runner. Pitch is fouled back to the screen. Really good jump over there by J.T. Maloney, but Brandon with a 2-1 count found one he wanted to go after. He kind of half-heartedly went after it. Maybe thought about it, was thinking twice about it as he swung. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Joaquin Murphy holding the runner on over at first base. That's inside, that hit Brandon Springer, and he'll go down to first base. Tried to come inside with the fastball, came a little bit too far inside, so the Potters have 2 on with 2 out here in the bottom of the second, and Landon Weiss will come to the plate. Landon 3 for 9 on the season. He does have 3 runs batted in for the Potters. One of them on a sweet suicide bunt the other day. Just a tremendous play, which probably isn't in play now with runners at first and second and 2 outs, but you never know with these kids today. Right-hand hitting catcher out of William Jessup. And there goes Maloney. The throw down to third base is going to be in time, and he is out. So Maloney tries to steal third with 2 outs, and he is thrown out at third by Avery Isola. And that ends the inning for the Potters. No runs on 1 hit and 1 left. We go to the third. Potters nothing, Yankees nothing.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori. And she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for
you. Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at RC Willey.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the third here from McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California. It's going to be Paxton Andrade, the number 9 hitter, then the top order, J.D. Madrigal and Cowan Meyer for the Yankees. No score so far in this one. Potters had 2 on in the bottom of the second. Tried to steal third when nobody was looking, but Maloney thrown out by Avery Isola. So here comes Paxton Andrade. Paxton, a right-handed hitter against Eric Vassar, who throws an inside fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. Vassar from the stretch. That's chopped out toward shortstop, cut off by Trey Furry. He barehands it, guns it across the diamond too high, and goes over the head of the first baseman, but not going anywhere is going to be Paxton Andrade. He's going to get an infield single on that one as Furry had to come in, barehand it, and let it go really quickly. It's a big chopper. And Andrade with the infield single. The second hit for the Yankees, both of them infield singles, and that'll bring up J.D. Madrigal, who grounded to second his first time up. So J.D. Madrigal at the plate. It's inside and hit him, so he wasn't at the plate for very long, as he'll go down to first base. Moving over to second is Andrade. So 2 on and nobody out, and Cowan Meyer coming to the plate. He grounded to short his first time up. has a little word with the coach, Coach Lando down there for the Yankees. Another one of these guys trying to grow his program, just like manager of Nevada, Ron Cooney, who tremendous conversation with him before the game on Sunday. His third year of the Nevada Knicks being reinvigorated. And, it takes time to build a program, so he's doing the work. And that's what the Yankees also are doing, is they've got a pretty good collection of ball players out here this summer. Showing bunt is Meyer, and they're going to bluff to second, as coming in behind the runner was JT Maloney. So Furry is kind of playing goalie over there at third base, seeing if he wants to come in or if he's going to stay on it, as Maloney is holding the runner as close to second as he can. Coming in as the first baseman, Sotomayor all the way in. Meyer pulls the bat back. The runner's going. The throw is not going to be made to third. It's a stolen base for Paxton Andrade. So they sucked in Furry, and it didn't matter really because a really good jump by Andrade at second base made that play. Now first and third, nobody out. Over at first is Madrigal. Here's Meyer. Watches that one on the outside corner. It's in there for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Good lead at first base by Madrigal. Vassar to the plate, popped up right side, giving chase Sotomayor, but it's going to be out of play over by the Brick and Barrel backyard, which we haven't really mentioned much today. That's a tremendous new thing they've got going over there. We can go get a beer, sit down at a table, and they've got a screen over there that you can watch the game as you're sitting there enjoying your beverage. So tremendous idea, well done by the Potters and the Brick and Barrel. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Throw over to first base. Madrigal is back. Nice throw over there by Vassar. Made that pretty close. But JD back comfortably. One and 2 now on Cowan Meyer. Placer High alum. Here's the pitch. Inside. Got away momentarily from Weiss. Runner at third has to stay, but going down to second base is Madrigal. And that puts both runners in scoring position with nobody out. 2-2 count on Cowan Meyer. Headed to Sac State in the fall, according to my sources, which is just Jordan. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Joaquin Murphy, the first baseman, on deck. That's lined into right field. That's going to get down. Fair ball. 1 run scores. Here comes Madrigal. He'll score. The throw's going to go to second base. It's cut off. It's a single for Meyer. 2 runs in. The Yankees grab the lead. They're on top of this one 2-0. Meyer picking up 2 runs batted in there with the single to right. Third hit of the game for the Yankees. And here comes Joaquin Murphy, who had an infield single his first time up on a high chopper that Cade Sanchez had to do or die at second base and couldn't come up with it. And Murphy beat it out. He lines that one foul down the third base line off the screen, so it is 0-1. Meyer didn't hit that one overly hard, but he put it in a perfect spot down the right field line. And he gets the 2 runs batted in. Vassar checks him at first base. There he goes. The pitch is outside. Not even going to be a throw by Weiss, as Meyer had too good of a jump, and he is at second base. Second stolen base of the inning for the Yankees, and they put him in scoring position still with nobody out. Maloney keeping the runner as close as he can at second base. Vassar comes to the plate inside to Murphy. 2 balls, 1 strike on Joaquin Murphy. He's followed by Mike LaPlaca, the third baseman. Cowbells are ringing. Potters need to get some outs here in the top of the third. Yankees got a infield single, then a hit by pitch. Sharp grinder to the right of first base into right field for a base hit. Bobbled out there by Springer. Here comes the throw. It's going to be too high. Meyer slides in. He is safe. It's an RBI single for Murphy, and the Yankees now grab a 3-0 lead here in the top of the third. Murphy hit that one solidly between Sanchez and Sotomayor. Bobbled just a bit by Springer. Had a really strong throw to the plate, but it was a little bit high, and Meyer going all the way scores, and that's the value of that stolen base. He scores from second, and the Yankees are up 3-0. Brock Raggets, the pitching coach, is going to go out and talk to Eric Vassar, who was very strong through the first 2 innings with a couple of strikeouts and just 2 runners allowed, an infield single and a base on balls. But in this inning, another infield single, then a hit by pitch, and a couple of singles by Meyer and Murphy have plated 3 runs and given the Yankees the 3-0 lead. Mike LaPlaca is the next hitter. There is a little bit of activity for the Padres out in their pen, as they are 1-2 on the season, are looking to pick their second win up, but the Yankees are not going to make it easy. LaPlaca is going to go out and talk to Coach Leon Lee while the Padres are chatting about this. And finally, everything is done at the mound. The umpire, he didn't go out really and hurry him up. He kind of went out and just kind of witnessed what was going on. Kept his eye on things, and he's back behind the plate now. The Yankees have put up 3 here in the top of the third. And here's LaPlaca, who went into a fielder's choice his first time up. He grounded the ball out to shortstop Maloney, who stepped on second and forced Murphy coming down the baseline, or base path. So bats are ready to go. First pitch is in the dirt to LaPlaca. Nice block by Weiss, and Murphy stays put over at first base. One ball, no strikes. Fastball misses the outside corner by a whisker. 2-0 on Mike LaPlaca. That's hitting the left center field. Curtis coming up. Dives for it. Did he make the play? Yes, he did. What a play by Jarrett Curtis out in center field. Coming into short left center and makes the diving catch head first to help out his pitcher and the Padres and keep LaPlaca off the bases. Goes in the books as at F8, but it's a little bit more than that for Jarrett Curtis out in center field. So 1 out, and here's Julian Clavel. Clavel struck out his first time up back in the second inning. Left-handed hitting DH out of Fresno City College. Settles in here for his second trip. Murphy still over at first base. It's a sharply right at Sanchez, over to Maloney for 1. He's got time across the diamond. There it is, 4-6-3 Padres. Double play, but not before 3-run score for the Yankees. So as we go to the bottom of the third, Yankees 3, Padres nothing.
Old Town Pizza, a proud sponsor of your Padres baseball, will deliver you a slice that you won't soon forget. Come see why they've been voted the best of the best 12 straight years. Visit otpizza.net to get yours today. But don't take it from me.
I think Old Town Pizza should be expanded to the state or even to the country because it's so delicious.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Bottom of the third here from McBean Stadium. Mark the Phantom Low behind the mic. To my left, Mr. Stones McCoy, who just had another road trip out to center field and fixed a little camera angle. And when he came back, someone left him some pizza. So I think he'll go out to center field every inning to see if someone would leave him some pizza. Landon Weiss at the plate now against Isaiah Williams. That one's right down the middle for a strike. Weiss 3 for 9, 3 runs batted in on the season. He'll be followed by Zach Malone, then the top of the order, Jarrett Curtis against Isaiah Williams, working quickly just misses that outside corner with that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. 3 runs for the Yankees in the top of the inning. Potters need to strike back here against Williams, who drops that one, I thought, right across the plate, but I was mistaken, so it's 2-1. I wanted to admit I made a mistake. That's my bad. That's fouled down the right field line off the screen. So we go to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Weiss out of William Jessup University. Been behind the plate for all 4 Potters games this summer. Done an excellent job. Here's the 2-2. Make it a 3-2. If I can do that, I could say, here's ball 4. There we go. Okay. And there it goes. Wow, I found the power as Landon Weiss gets a base on balls. Third base runner for the Potters. They have a single and hit by pitch, and now a base on balls to Weiss. And here's Zach Malone. 4 for 10 on the season for Zach. Left-handed hitter out of Wood Creek High School. Got an RBI with a sacrifice fly on Sunday. So he's up here, left-hander against left-hander. Shows bunt, lets it go outside. Nice block, and there goes the runner. Throw to second base is on the money, and he's out at second base. What a play by Avery Isola. He blocked the ball, picked it up, and still had time to get Weiss going to second base. So second runner thrown out by Isola. Second Potter runner cut down on the base pass. 1 out, and Malone now with a 1 ball and no strike count. Inside for a ball. Malone showed bunt on that one to give Weiss a chance, and the ball was actually bounced outside, a breaking ball, but Isola with a fine block and picked it up and threw it immediately right on the money. 2-0 pitch is in there. Call strike, 2-1. Chopped out to the left of second base. That's Meyer has it. Throws over to first to Murphy, and that is the second out of the inning. Malone grounds to second. 2 outs, and here's Jarrett Curtis. Leadoff man grounded to second his first time up. Texas Tech University and Cypress, Texas. Jarrett Curtis, 6 foot, 175, right-handed hitter against Williams. Swing and a miss at a fastball. 0-1 on Curtis. If he starts something off, then Aiden Isola will come to the plate. Breaking ball misses the outside corner. 1-1. Williams works very quickly, which I kind of like. Swing and a miss again by Curtis, 1-2. Williams seems to have reserved his best fastballs of the day for when Curtis is at the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bottom of the third, 2 outs. Sails high for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jarrett Curtis. Potters off tomorrow, back on Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. Swing and miss, off-speed pitch, strike 3. So nothing going for the Potters in the bottom of the third. We move to the top of the fourth. Yankees with a 3-0 lead.
I'm Bill Evans, president of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team that helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the fourth from McBean Stadium, Logan Bell, the new pitcher for the Potters. He comes to us from Lisbon, Ohio, and Bowling Green State University. And Mr. Logan Bell, dad, I don't know if he's Logan Bell Sr., but his dad was here the other day, and always a pleasure to see him. I think we saw his mom last year or the year before. He'll face Joseph Portwood, then Dylan Drake and Avery Isola, 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup for the Yankees. Eric Vassar, 3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts in his 3 innings of work. As we move to the 4th inning, Logan has been very impressive so far this season. Pitched the 9th inning on Sunday and was on for 2 innings on the first game on Friday. So he's 3 innings, 2 hits this season, and he is up here against Joseph Portwood, who struck out looking his first time up. Right-handed hitter against right-hander Logan Bell. High for a ball. 1-0. He was the only player of the game we've had so far this year. The only Potter win, 1-2. That game Friday night, the season opener. That one is on the corner for a strike. Evens it up against Joseph Portwood, who stands out because of his white helmet, which I think is a good touch. I'm all for the colorful helmet. Swing and a miss, strike 2. They say I'm all stodgy and set in my ways. I'm all for colorful helmets. Have some fun out there. Express yourselves. Decorate your helmet. I'm fine with that. Within reason. That's lined into center field. It's going to get down in front of Jarrett Curtis for a base hit. So Portwood, who struck out his first time, was down 1 ball and 2 strikes this time, and he took that one and lined it right into center field for a base hit. 4th hit of the game for the Yankees already, and here's Dylan Drake, who walked his first time. Left-hand hitting shortstop. Trey Furry moves up at third base, anticipating a possible sacrifice bunt. Drake will be followed by Avery Isola, then Paxton Andrade in the 8 and 9 spots for the Yankees today. There's Portwood leading off at first base. That's sliced back to the screen. 0-1 on Dylan Drake. I can't decide if that's a private eye name or if a guy who would be on Beverly Hills 90210. I think it's a 90210 guy. Dylan Drake. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. Or whatever the equivalent is now of 90210. It's probably a reality show now. There goes the runner. The pitch is low. The throw to second base by Weiss bounces in there. Nice tag by J.T. Maloney. Puts it right on Portwood, and he is out at second base. Throw was on line, but a little bit short. Bounced right up into the glove of Maloney. He just laid it on Portwood. And a big out for the Potters right there. And an 0-2 count now on Dylan Drake. Foul back to the screen once again and knocks our camera, or knocks it sideways. They're taking an aim at your cameras this year, Stones. They really are. It would help if you're trying to tell me something if you didn't have your mouth full of pizza. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. Check swing, and that's fouled over by the dugout. I'm just saying if you're trying to communicate with people, it's best if you didn't have, too much, I think pepperoni and sausage, I think, is the pizza of choice today, courtesy of the Parking Lot Potters and Old Town Pizza. 0-2 pitch. Down low for a ball. 1-2 on Dylan Drake. 1 out here in the 4th. Yankees 3, Potters nothing. Piper's kind of been keeping a low profile after that race when he got smoked. I always get smoked, but in this case, there was the right guy. If you get a guy who runs like me and he wins. Just misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Dylan Drake. Logan Bell and Dylan Drake, they could both be on 90210. Or whatever the equivalent is now. Not Vanderpump, though. No way. That is just inside, 3-2. That one corner does seem a little bit arbitrary. So all you do in that case is call for more cowbell. From the windup, Logan Bell. High fly ball, short left center field. Coming in, the left fielder moving over is Curtis. He's going to make a dive again. He's not going to get to that one. And motoring into second base is Dylan Drake. That one's up a long time. I don't know if Zach Malone couldn't see it as it was slicing away from him with the left hand hitting Drake. But that was up there a long time. Nobody able to close on it. And Drake keeps hustling. And he's out at second base with a base hit, the 5th of the day. And that'll bring up Avery Isola, who grounded out to second in his first at bat on a very nice play by Cade Sanchez. Avery, the Dueling Dogs batter today, which means if he strikes out, 50% off Dueling Dogs products at the Dueling Dog station up at the Brick and Barrel backyard. He got to 2 strikes his first time. He teased us, and then he hit that sharp grounder to Cade Sanchez. That swung on and missed a fastball in the inside corner. 0-1. Drake out at second base. Sanchez kind of shading in there to keep him close. Here's the pitch. It is on the outside corner for a strike. And now the yapping starts. See, that's the problem. When you get yapping, you got to get barking. I mean, if they had a focus group, they would tell you to get more full-throated barking, I think. So we got to call that focus group. 0-2 pitch is low. 1-2. Dogs and cowbells. Willie Preston doesn't ask for much. Give me dogs, give me cowbells. There's some good dogs. There was some good dogs right there. Well done, Potter fans. Dog impersonators. Bell looks back again at second. He comes to the plate. There goes the runner. The pitch is in there. Call strike 3. The throw to third is not going to be in time. So the good side is 50% off Dueling Dogs is the call strike 3 on Isola for the second out of the inning. And the bad side is that Drake steals third. So with 2 outs, he is 90 feet away. And here's Paxton Andrade. Nice breaking ball by Logan Bell to get the strikeout and get the 50% off. And then a pretty good response here. The ZZ Top guy with the beard is going in there. Fine job. Andrade with the infield hit his first time and later scored the first run of the game. He takes that one high. J.D. Madrigal on deck, the leadoff hitter. So Drake down at third with 2 outs. We are in the top of the 4th. That's a fastball inside and low. 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1 on Andrade. Cowbells. I hear some cowbells faintly in the distance. Brick and Barrel backyard doing some good business. Piper kind of overseeing the line, which he does sometimes. Kind of a Proctor situation. That swung on and missed again. Another good fastball from Logan Bell. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Andrade. Number 9 hitter, the center fielder for the Yankees in this one. That's right down the middle. Call strike 3, and Landon Weiss wasn't waiting around for the call. He is out of there. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Yankees 3, Potters nothing.
Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Bottom of the fourth in McBean Stadium. Potters trail 3-0, but good news, the air guitar contest is back. I was worried about it last time, but we got 3 contestants out there that were just ripping it up this time. And the winner is our middle pink guitarist, I believe, and congratulations to all 3 participants as we move here into the bottom of the fourth. Aiden Isola at the plate, Avery Isola behind the plate, and then a little chat there. It's tough when you're doing the keeping the score, is there's an Isola on both teams, so either way I look, there's an Isola in the scorebook. Got to make sure I got the right team here. That one's down low for a ball. Aiden flied to center field, hit the ball well, but flied it out to Andrade in center field back in the first inning, so he is 0 for 1, 4 for 15 on the summer. That one's right down the middle for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike as the great Stones McCoy has to go down and fix another camera that got knocked down by a foul ball. That's down low for a ball, 2-1. He's like a cult figure out there now, like a folk hero. The fans, oh, that's Stones fixing the camera. Down low again from Isaiah Williams, who's been very impressive over his 3 innings of work. Just 1 hit, and he struck out 3. He has walked 1 and hit 1. 3-1 on Aiden Isola. That's right down the middle. Call strike 2. Fills the count up. 3 balls and 2 strikes to lead off the bottom of the fourth here. Cade Sanchez, Trey Furry to follow Aiden. Pops that one up right side. Murphy seems to have a beat on it in foul territory. Reaches up and makes the catch for the first out. So Isola works the count to 3-2, but pops up to Joaquin Murphy in foul territory over by first base. And here's Cade Sanchez, who struck out looking back in the first inning. Cade 5 for 15 on the summer, hitting a sweet .333 with 4 runs batted in. Out of Houston, Texas, Texas A&M Corpus Christi. First pitch is a little bit high, 1-0. To Cade Sanchez. That one's in there for a strike, 1-1. Shaved ice moving around and right behind home plate. We got 3 straight shaved ices and then an ice cream in a helmet. That one misses. 2-1 now on Cade Sanchez. Inside, ball 3. One out here in the fourth, Sanchez. Number 3 hitter in the Potters order today. Hits that sharply but foul down the third baseline into the bullpen area. Coach John Peters, JP. Actually not coach, manager John Peters now. Kind of just looked at that one as it went by, not really making an effort at that one. Trey Furry waits on deck for Lincoln. Second full count of the inning. Line drive into right field. That's going to get in there for a base hit. Wasn't hit as hard as I thought he hit it. It kind of cued out there, but made its way out to right field where J.D. Madrigal picks it up and returns it to the infield. But Sanchez with the second hit for the Potters, his 6th of the summer, and here's Trey Furry. Trey grounded to third his first time up. Fine play by Mike Lapaka over there. Trey 3 for 13 coming in. Couple of runs scored. He's batted anywhere from 2nd to 5th in the lineup. That one is right down the middle. 0-1. Couple of patrons of Fat Cat. Couple of sweet-looking dogs, little brats coming by. Throw over to first base. Again, I just enjoy the milling around at a baseball game. And people not carrying like drinks or food, just walking around. Nowhere to go particularly. Inside, just barely misses Trey. 1-1. That's the kind of feeling at a baseball game. You're just out. You're just out on the night. You're out on the day. You're just enjoying yourself. You're walking around. Trey hits that one high up in the air to right center field. Medium deep going back is Andrade. He's going to catch it. In right center field is going to be taken by J.D. Madrigal in right center field for the second out. Hit it pretty well, but a little bit too high for Trey. He flies out to J.D. Madrigal in right field. 2 outs here in the fourth inning. J.T. Maloney coming to the plate. J.T. picked up his 4th hit of the summer. Ground ball right back up the middle back in the second inning, but then was cut down trying to steal second. up here now with 2 outs. Check swing, and the ball is off the glove of Isola. Going down to second base is Sanchez, so he is in scoring position. Second time the Potters have had somebody get to second base. Actually, Maloney got to second base last time and was thrown out trying to steal third. So he has a runner now out at second base. Meyer, the second baseman, keeping the runner close to see if he gets back to leaving a little bit of a hole out there at second base, but a foul ball by JT. 1-1. Beautiful night out here at McBean Stadium. Great crowd on a Tuesday night. Potters, though, down 3-0 as we are in the bottom of the 4th. Check swing, it's in there for a strike. And JT is behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Levi Sotomayor is on deck. If Maloney can keep the inning going for the Potters, and they really would rather he does with the 3-0 deficit. Williams, the left-hander, looks back at second. Chopper, third base, LaPlaca has it. He's going to take his time gunning across the diamond and get him by a half a step at first base. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the 5th. Potters trail this one 3-0.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport. Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza, in the center of the old historic district. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
Logan Bell out for his second inning of work for the Potters. In the top of the 5th, he'll face the top of the order for the Yankees, J.D. Madrigal, Cowan Meyer, and Joaquin Murphy. Bell came on for Eric Vassar in the 4th inning. Gave up a couple of hits, but we threw a guy out stealing and managed to get through the inning unscathed. His first pitch is high to J.D. Madrigal, who's grounded to second, been hit by a pitch, scored back in the 3rd inning when the Yankees scored their 3 runs. Takes high again, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes on J.D. Madrigal. High again, ball 3. So quickly behind Logan Bell here in the top of the 5th. J.D. out of Cal State Stanislaus. Waits for the 3-0, and that's high and outside, ball 4. So a very painless walk by Madrigal, not really any of them close enough to be offered at, and he is down at first base. And here's Cowan Meyer, who grounded to short his first time, then sliced a 2-run single down the right field line his second time. So he is 1 for 2 with those 2 runs batted in. The big hit in the 3rd inning. Madrigal with a good lead over at first base. Bell comes to the plate, and it's hit high up in the air down the right field line. It's going to be foul. Brendan Springer is giving chase, but he won't have a chance at it. Down the right field line in the corner. 0-1 on Cowan Meyer out of Placer High and Sac State. He's followed by Joaquin Murphy in the order for the Yankees. Madrigal with a good lead at first again. Bell checks him, comes to the plate. Check swing down low. Good block by Landon Weiss, but and they did checked with the field umpire, and he said that Meyer did go around, so it is a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Madrigal leading at first. Make that 0-2. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Nice pitch by Logan Bell. He gets Meyer swinging for the first out of the inning. And here's Joaquin Murphy, who had an infield single in the first and grounded a single to right field in the third and drove in a run. So he is 2 for 2 with an RBI as Joaquin Murphy. Left-hand hitting first baseman steps up here with 1 out and 1 on in the top of the 5th. Mike LaPlaca to follow. See if Madrigal has thoughts of going now with 1 out. Not yet. The first pitch is inside to Joaquin Murphy. 1-0. Two teams meet again on Thursday, a 6:35 first pitch. Thirsty Thursdays. Fouls that one back to the screen. Hopefully he won't mess up Stones' camera already, which has already been messed up, and he's trying to go find the necessary tools to replace it, or kind of not replace it, but just kind of repair it. So while he's looking for the tools, another one hits it. I don't know if he'll be able to handle that. 1-1 from Logan Bell. Madrigal leading off, looking like he wants to go. He doesn't. Pitch is on the inside corner, call strike 2. Good position by Logan Bell on that one. Good location. 1-2 to Murphy. Furry at third, Maloney at short, Sanchez at second, and Sotomayor over at first base for the Potters defensively. Madrigal starts to go, and he started a little bit too soon, and Logan Bell kept his cool, stepped off the rubber, and J.D. had to go back to first base. Malone in left, Curtis in center, Springer in right, and Weiss behind the plate for Logan Bell. He's going to throw over to first base to try to keep Madrigal close now, as he almost caught him. Open stance for Joaquin Murphy, big left-hand hitting first baseman. Throw over again by Logan Bell. Swinging a hard hit ground ball off the umpire. Over to the first baseman. He flips it to the pitcher, covering, and he's out. So first of all, we're going to take a timeout because the umpire got hit in the leg by a very hard hit ground ball. I think he's going to call that a dead ball and give Murphy a single. I think it looks like that's what he's doing. It bounced off his leg. It was going to be to the left, it looked like, of Sanchez, and it bounced off his leg to Sotomayor, who flipped it to Bell. But it's going to be called a dead ball as soon as it contacts the umpire, and Murphy is awarded first base. Looks like the way it's going to be played, and Murphy will get his third hit of the game in a very interesting manner. But unfortunately for the Potters, it puts runners on first and second now with just 1 out in Mike LaPlaca, who's hit into a fielder's choice and flied to center. On an excellent catch by Jarrett Curtis. That was back in the third inning. Big breaking ball is high for a ball 1-0. So hopefully the ump is okay. That looked like a pretty hard shot to the leg there. And he's moving around okay as he takes his position behind and to the right of the pitcher's mound. Swing and miss by LaPlaca. 1-1 from Logan Bell. Tuesday night at McBean Stadium. Good crowd out here to check it out. Potters, though, on the short end of the stick so far, 3-0, and the Yankees threatening once again. Time is asked for and called by the home plate umpire. 6 hits now for the Yankees through 4 1/3 innings. Potters pitchers have 5 strikeouts. Good cowbell response right there. 1-1 pitch coming from Bell. Took something off that one. It's in there for a strike. Change speeds on LaPlaca. Mike let it go, so it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now. 1-2 coming up. Bell looks at the runner at second base. Fouled off. LaPlaca just barely saved that one. It was a breaking ball, a little outside, but he couldn't take any chances and fouled it off. Potter's playing medium, actually pretty deep in left field. Medium deep in center and right for LaPlaca, but Malone is deep in left. That's chopped out towards shortstop. He's going to have to hurry to go to second for one. To go to first again, it's a little too high, but it was going to be too late. So Maloney got one to Cade Sanchez. Fielder's choice for LaPlaca going to third is Madrigal. Murphy's cut down 6-4, and that leaves it all up to Julian Clavel. 2 outs, runners now at first and third, and Clavel, the left-hand hitting DH who was struck out and into a double play, comes up here out of Fresno City College. Big batter here for Logan Bell and the Potters as they don't want to get any further in the hole. They all trail 3-0. First pitch is nice block by Landon Weiss on a ball that was in the dirt, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes on Julian Clavel. Joseph Portwood follows him in the Yankees order. LaPlaca a short lead at first. Next pitch is on the outside corner by Logan. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Madrigal comes down the line from third. Short lead at first. In the dirt again. That's 2-1. Another block by Weiss. Six hits for the Yankees in this one. Just 2 for the Potters off Isaiah Williams for the first 4 innings. Potters have had 2 runners thrown out trying to steal through the first 4 innings. Defensively, they have turned a double play and had Jarek Curtis on a brilliant diving catch, and they've thrown 1 runner out trying to steal. That's a check swing. It's a little bit inside. So Clavel settles in. Slightly closed stance from the left side. Takes something off that. It's in there for a strike. Runner goes, and Landon Weiss bluffs the throw. So LaPlaca is down at second base. Second and third, 2 outs, and now 2 strikes on Julian Clavel. Willie Preston calls for cowbells. This is the time you need the cowbells. 3-2 pitch coming up. You want those cowbells coming. From the stretch, Logan Bell. Breaking ball lined over shortstop into left field for a base hit. Here comes 1 run. Here comes the second. LaPlaca is going to make it as the throw's cut off. It's a 2-run single for Julian Clavel, and the Yankees now lead 5-0. Try by JT Maloney on that one. Almost had it, but couldn't get to it. And once it was over his head, easy for the Yankees 2 runners to come across the plate, LaPlaca and Madrigal. And here's Joseph Portwood, who's 1 for 2, struck out looking back in the second, and then singled in the fourth. Swings and misses at that one. 0-1 on Portwood. Jones McCoy has got his tools now, and he's out there trying to repair that camera. Said the screw at the bottom of it just exploded when it was hit by the foul ball, which didn't sound good to me. That's fouled back to the screen. Quickly 0-2 on Joseph Portwood. Dylan Drake, the shortstop, on deck. 0-2 now on Portwood. Takes something off. That one called strike 3 outside corner. So Bell gets the strikeout of Portwood, but not before the Yankees score twice. And as we move to the bottom of the 5th, the Yankees lead this one 5-0. Reminder, this is just the first of 2 games that we're going to play this week versus the Yankees. Yankees will be back on Thursday, 6:35 first pitch It'll be a Thirsty Thursday, $3 off a 12-ouncer, courtesy of Farmers Brewing Company. So you want to come out here for that. And we could, as we have a minute here, take a chance to thank all of you who've checked it out. The first weekend of the season on Lincoln Potter's Facebook, on Stones Radio Network's YouTube, and Lincoln Potter's YouTube. We thank you all for joining us and checking out Potters baseball. Hopefully we'll get a couple more Potters wins before we get too much longer into this one. Isaiah Williams back out on the mound, it looks like, for the Yankees. He's breezed through 4 innings, just allowing 2 hits, and he's got himself now a 5-0 lead as the Potters will send up Levi Sotomayor, Brendan Springer, and Landon Weiss here in the bottom of the 5th to try to make a dent here, trying to get something up on the board here, as the Yankees have scored 3 times in the 3rd and twice in the top of the 5th to take the 5-0 lead with some very timely hits. A 2-run single right there by Clavel, a 2-run single earlier in the game by Cowan Meyer, the big blows. And we are ready to go here in the bottom of the 5th. Stones McCoy returns to the booth after all of his work out there scaling the walls and going down and getting tools and everything, and now he just comes in here and makes things happen. So here's Levi Sotomayor, who struck out back in the 2nd inning. Look out, that one hit him, a breaking ball that was headed for him the whole time, and he'll go down to first base. Second batter hit by Isaiah Williams, and that'll bring up Brandon Springer. Springer was hit by a pitch his first time. Here's Springer. That's inside, gets away from Isola. Wild pitch is going to allow Levi Sotomayor to go into second base, so he is in scoring position as the Potters, as we said, endeavor to strike and put a couple runs up on the board here against Isaiah Williams, left-hander who is in the transfer portal, 6'6", 205 pounds. 1-0 pitch. Springer hits one high up in the air to center field and hits it medium deep. Going back is Andrade. He's going to make the catch in left center. And a tag by Sotomayor, but he thinks better of it, but down 5 runs. So he goes back to second base. So Springer hit it very well, but hit it right to center field. Hit a little bit of a breeze out there, knocked it down. Here's Landon Weiss. El Dorado Hills and William Jessup University for Landon Weiss, who had a base on balls in the in the 3rd inning. 3 for 9 on the year with 3 runs batted in for the catcher. He's got a little hole at second base as Meyer wants to hold the runner on a little bit. And Weiss hits it to second base, but right to Cowan Meyer. Over to first for the out. Moving to third is Sotomayor, but quickly 2 outs here. And here's Zach Malone, left-hand hitting a left fielder, batting in the number 9 spot for Lincoln today. He's got a runner 90 feet away. I believe that's the first Potter runner that's got to third base in this one. Malone's going to go out over and talk to the Potters coaches and give them a little bit of heads up, maybe an idea of what's to come from Isaiah Williams. Top of the order, Jarrett Curtis to follow Zach Malone, who's 4 for 11 so far this summer. Out of Wood Creek High in Roseville. He strides back up to the plate, and we're ready to go here in the bottom of the 5th. Not as many people on the grassy knoll down left field line, but very active down there. Malone swings and misses at a fastball. See a lot of cartwheels happening, stuff like that. I do not do cartwheels. I have never done a cartwheel, I don't think. That one is in there. Call strike 2 to Zach Malone. I could think about doing it. No, I'm not even going to think about doing a cartwheel. It's like Devin Martin warming up for the Potters. Swing and a miss on 3 pitches. Malone is out on strike. So we go to the top of the 6th. It's the Yankees 5, the Potters nothing.
It's all you.
No, I insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on. After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori with Frey & Associates Real Estate has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she knows, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the sixth, Potters trail 5-0, but all is shiny in the press box as Tatiana is coming to visit us. So that is always great. And now here comes Matt Lundgren, GM, president, part owner. So it's getting crowded here in the press box. On the field, Devin Martin, the new pitcher, the right-hander out of Sierra College, coming in here to take on the Yankees. The third pitcher, Logan Bell, went 2 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs. He walked 1, he struck out 4 in his 2 innings of work. And Devin Martin, 6'6", 200 pounds, out of Citrus Heights, California, and Sierra College. He will face Dylan Drake, Avery Isola, and Paxton Andrade, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Yankees. Drake has walked and doubled, dropped a double into left center field back in the 4th. Stole third, but was stranded there when Bell struck out Isola and Andrade. So here's Dylan Drake, the shortstop. Top of the 6th. Stones McCoy very happy with himself as he fixed what needed to be fixed, which is what he does. First pitch is in there for a strike. And, if he doesn't get enough, praise from others, he comes back, looks at it, and goes, man, I did a good job. That's beautiful. Man, I'm cool. That's high for a ball. It's the old I'm good enough, I'm strong enough. I don't remember the whole thing, but it's affirmations. Stone's doing the affirmation thing. Obviously saw a therapist. 1-1 pitch is fouled to the left side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Piper getting ready for the dance contest pretty soon. Kind of like around behind home plate. Outside for a ball. 2-2 on Dylan Drake. Ball coming out of the Yankees bullpen, wreaking havoc as everyone stops. Picked up by the Potters. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Drake. Left-handed hitter with an open stance, crouching a little bit at home plate as well. Lines that one to the right of shortstop into left field for a base hit. A solid single to left by Dylan Drake. And he's got 2 hits today. The Yankees now have 8 hits, and Avery Isola coming to the plate. The catcher has grounded to second base and struck out, so he is 0 for 2 in this one. And in a cruel twist of fate, his brother, Aiden, on the Potters, has requested that Avery be the Dueling Dogs batter of the game today. And he is, because Aiden asked us to. 50% off if he strikes out. That's high for a ball, gets through and back to the backstop. And Drake will go down to second base. So Isola now 1 ball and no strikes. Avery Isola, that is. Brother Aiden is the DH for the Potters today. 1 ball and no strikes. Drake at second base getting a decent lead. Swing and a miss, kind of a check swing on a high fastball. Evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Getting a couple of barks coming out, some reasonable sounding barks. I don't want the yips. I don't want the yips. I don't want the yaps. I want the barks. There goes the runner. The pitch is inside and inside to the point that it hits Avery in the back, so he will not be providing 50% off for anybody today, not this time anyway, and he goes down to first base. Looks like we might have a pinch hitter here. Number 99. Number 99.
Pinch hitting, number 99, Christian Smith.
Christian Smith will be the hitter. Christian out of SF State comes on here in the 6th inning for Paxton Andrade, who was 1 for 2 and scored a run. That's fouled back. So Smith is up here with runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the 6th inning. Devin Martin, the third Potters pitcher. Big right-hander takes a look back at Dylan Drake at second base. That's lined foul down the first base line into the Potters bullpen area. So quickly 0-2 on Christian Smith. Deep in left field is Zach Malone. Curtis and Springer giving a lot of room as well in center and right to Christian Smith. There goes the runner. The pitch is down low, and easily into third base is Dylan Drake with his second stolen base of the game. So first and third now, nobody out. Now a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Smith. Top of the order, J.D. Madrigal to follow. Fastball, call strike. And that will be it for Christian Smith, if I can count to 3, which I believe I can. So Martin gets it right down the middle on Christian Smith. He is out on strikes. 1 away, and here's J.D. Madrigal. He's grounded to second, been hit by a pitch and walked, and scored both times he's reached base. So 1 official at bat, 2 official runs scored for J.D. Madrigal out of Cal State Stanislaus. Takes the first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. Isola over at first. Dylan Drake over at third. Martin's next pitch is in the dirt. Nice block by Weiss. Nobody advances, and so he does his job. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cowan Meyer on deck for the Sacramento Yankees. Trying to go 3-0 on the young season. There goes the runner at first. That's high. They're going to throw down to second and slap the tag on him. He's out. Hanging on to third is Dylan Drake. So a tremendous throw by Weiss to get Isola at second base. And no movement from Dylan Drake at third. As Weiss didn't think twice about that one. He just gunned it down to second base. He's thrown out his second run of the day. And now there's 2 outs. That's inside, ball 3. 3-1 on J.D. Madrigal, but now 2 outs, and still over at third base, Dylan Drake. Three-one pitch inside, and Madrigal is on for the 3rd time today. 2 walks and a hit by pitch. He'll be at first. Drake over at third, and here's Cowan Meyer, who's grounded to shortstop. Actually, I think we've got another pinch hitter. Dylan Styons is going to hit for Meyer, who was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. So Dylan Stallions is the hitter out of Colfax High School and headed to Sierra College. Right-handed hitter steps in wearing number 4 up here against Devin Martin. First pitch is on the inside corner, call strike. So he will probably take Meyer's place at second base in the bottom of the 6th. There goes the runner. The pitch is down in the dirt. It gets away from Weiss. Drake does not come, though. It looked like he might have been able to try it, but probably couldn't see exactly how far the ball got away from Weiss. Going down to second and getting credit for the stolen base will be Madrigal, as he had that stolen anyway. So second and third now. 1 ball, 1 strike count on the pinch hitter Dueling Stallions. Slightly open stance for the right-handed hitter against Martin. 6'6" out of Sierra College. Fastball's outside for a ball. 2-1 now on Stallions. Two and one. That's fouled out of play. Fastball right down the middle. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Stallions. We've got runners at second and third. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th, and the Yankees already holding a 5-0 lead. Devin Martin in for his first inning of work. Eric Vassar went the first 3, then Logan Bell for the Potters, and now Martin. That's fouled again off the screen to our right. It stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Martin has hit a batter, walked a batter, and struck out a batter in this inning. Landon Weiss has thrown out another base runner to help out the cause, and that's how we get here with 2 outs and a 2-2 count on the pinch hitter Dueling Stallions. Check swing, did he go? We have to check, and he did not go according to the base umpire. So he will stay up to the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The crowd is incensed at the idea that he did not go, but they seem to have calmed down a little bit. 3-2 now on Stallions as Drake dances down the line. Fouled out to the right side again. So Stallions staying tough. New supply of baseballs brought out to the umpire so we can continue to play this game. 3-2 on Stallions. Fouled off again by Dueling Stallions. Staying tough up there. Top of the 6th inning here. 3 runs in the 3rd, 2 in the 5th for the Yankees. Potters have got just 1 runner to third base off the left-hander Isaiah Williams through the first 5 innings. That's in the dirt, ball 4. So good at bat by the newcomer Dueling Stallions, getting the base on balls. And now I think we have another pinch hitter, number 11. That is Drake Richardson out of Cal State East Bay, coming in to bat for Joaquin Murphy. So Richardson batting for Murphy. Murphy was 3 for 3 while he was in there and had an RBI. He also hit a ground ball up the umpire, so there's that. Richardson takes high for a ball, 1-0. So Drake Richardson's the pinch hitter. Bases are loaded here in the 6th inning. That one's high and outside. Drake is over at third. Madrigal is at second. Stallions the pinch hitter at first, and now Landon Weiss is going to go out and talk to Devin Martin, as we do see some activity in the Yankees bullpen as well, as Williams has gone 5 innings. Landon Weiss talking to Devin Martin. Get back on the same page. It's a 2-ball, no strike count with the bases loaded here in the 6th. Yankees 2-0 on the season. Potters 1-2 after the season opening series against the Nevada Knicks. (2-0) coming up from Devin Martin. Drake down the line at third. Swing and a miss. Richardson was going for that one. It's a little bit too late on the start, so it is now 2-1 on Drake Richardson. He hits that one sharply out toward Maloney at shortstop. He's going to have to go all the way across the diamond to first. Scooped up over there by Sotomayor, and we're out of the inning. No runs. 1 hit, 3 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Yankees lead this one 5-0.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory Filet-O-Fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. Oh, you're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
And welcome back to the action. Bottom of the 6th. A lot of confusion here as we're trying to put people back in places. We've got some pinch hitters and we've got a new pitcher. So Stallions is going to go out to second base. It looks like actually Stallions is over at third base. So we'll figure that out. But Tyler Schimpf is the new pitcher. His affiliation, according to this, is not a school. It's the San Francisco Giants. So Stones, he all of a sudden loves him. He's, oh, I love this guy. He's great. So Tyler goes out on the mound, and he will face the top of the order, Jarrett Curtis, Aiden Isola, and Cade Sanchez. Isaiah Williams was very, very good out there today as he struck out 4, gave up just 2 hits, and allowed no runs, and leaves the game ahead 5-0. And here's Jarrett Curtis. Tyler Schimpf to us looks like, I'm going to say my 6'4", as I say everybody's 6'4". Fastball inside as Jarrett showed bunt. So Stallions is over at third base. Richardson at first base. Here's the 1-0. Look out, that's high and inside again, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes on Jarrett Curtis out of Cypress, Texas. Texas Tech University, that's high and inside. So this guy has a type and it's high and inside. 3 balls and no strikes. That's the way the Giants teach you to do it, I guess, huh, Stones? Although the Giants have been doing pretty well. I got to give you credit. You haven't even talked about it. Ball 4, same place. A little bit better on that one, but Curtis is going to get the base on balls, go down to first base, where he will wait for Aiden Isola to come to the plate. Aiden has flied to center and popped to first, so he is 0 for 2. And I do give Hardy good wishes for the photographer who set up right. Well, now he's got out of there. Good. I'm glad. I was a little worried about that. He was setting up a little too close. Isola check swing. It's out of play. Over to our right. 0-1 on Aiden Isola. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Yankees 3 runs in the 3rd, 2 in the 5th. They have a 5-0 lead. Curtis with a good lead at first base. 0-1 pitch, and there he goes. Look out. I think that might have hit Aiden, and he will go over to first base. Curtis is not going to get that stolen base, as he will still be at second base, and Isola was a very odd-looking pitch. It looked like it might have grazed off his helmet, might have hit him in the back there. So he is Seems like he's okay, so he's down at first base. So nobody out and 2 on now for the Potters. And here's Cade Sanchez, who struck out looking in the first and then singled in the fourth, one of 2 Potter hits. There goes Curtis. The throw to third by Isola is going to be just a little bit too late, and Curtis is going to be safe. Isola with a fine throw as he has thrown out 2 guys already, but Curtis was determined to go for it, and he did, and just got there ahead of a throw that's right on the money to Dylan Stallions. The pitch was called a strike, so it's 0-1 on Sanchez. That's inside corner, call strike 2. 0-2 on Cade Sanchez. Trey Furry to follow. Curtis at third. Isola at first. Is it high up in the air to right field? Chasing it is Madrigal over into foul territory. And he reaches out. And I'm going to assume he did not make the catch. Didn't see any signal, but Curtis, I think, was probably going to be tagging on that one. So J.D. Madrigal with a long run from straightaway right field. Couldn't get to it in the bullpen, and it'll give another chance to Cade Sanchez, who has 4 runs batted in on the season. 6 for 16 on the year for Cade Sanchez. He is out of Houston, Texas. Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Here's the 0-2 coming up from Schimpf. It's popped up. Right field coming over the center fielder. Right fielder moving in center field, and they kind of ran into each other. The tag is made. The throw to home plate is going to be way too late. So Madrigal and I think it's probably Smith out there ran into each other in right field. So it's a sacrifice fly for Sanchez. Curtis scores that one on pure speed. And the Potters are on the board. 1 run with no hits here in the 6th inning. Here's Trey Furry. Furry has grounded to third and flied to right in this one, so he is 0 for 2. They're going to appeal third base and see if Curtis left too early. I say he didn't if they ask me, but no one seems to be wanting to. And neither umpire is making a move, so I would just take the hint, fellas, and just continue with the game. That's just my opinion. They let the new guy Stallions try to do it. Now they're going to try it again, and it's safe. So I'm glad we went and did that again. That's good. You know. There's a couple of good shows on tonight. I don't want to be out here too late, you know, and you don't have to do that twice. So here's Trey Furry. Schimpf's first pitch is high with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes on Trey. Isola at first base. Furry fouls that one back to the screen. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bottom of the 6th here. Potters on the board. They trail it still, though, 5-1. Isaiah Williams went the first 5 innings. Tyler Schimpf is in here in the 6th inning. Throw over to first base, and Isola is back. That's high. 2-1 on Trey Furry, and that seems to be the spot that Schimpf is missing. High and inside to the right-handed hitters. Walk Curtis to open the inning. Then hit Isola. Curtis stole third, scored on the sacrifice fly. That's high and inside. 3-1. JT Maloney on deck for Lincoln. 3-1 pitch is high, ball 4. So 2 walks and a hit batter so far here in the 6th inning. Potters mounting a little bit of a rally as Isola moves to second. Furry now at first, and here's JT Maloney, who singled and grounded to third. And we're going to have a meeting at the mound here. We'll take away just a couple of seconds here, if you will. Step away as we are in the bottom of the 6th. Yankees now with a 5-1 lead.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in.
Meeting is over, and we're back in action. Here is JT Maloney, Isola second, and Furry at first. One out here in the bottom of the sixth. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. Might have been the first one he's thrown. Got tired of throwing it high and inside, so he put in a beautiful-looking breaking ball and is heading the count 0-1 to JT Maloney. JT out of Sac City. 1 for 2 in this one. We got a ball coming out of the Potters bullpen. Kai Burdick was down there warming up. Kind of hard to miss Kai at 6'9". And he's still warming up. In fact, that was his fault. We may see him in the 7th inning. 0-1 on JT. Same pitch, same result in there for strike 2. So he changed the strategy and it's paid off. He's ahead 0-2 to JT Maloney. Levi Sotomayor to follow. 2 on for the Potters and 1 out here in the 6th. Inside with a fastball. Came back with a heater. 1 ball and 2 strikes on JT Maloney. Lays off the off-speed pitch, just misses on the outside corner, so JT's got the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's fouled back to the screen. Ready for the fastball and just managed to spoil it, so gives himself another chance at 2-2. Potters have the Yankees again on Thursday, then they're home this weekend to the Menlo Park Legends for a 3-game series. A lot of special events in that one. Check LincolnPotters.com for all the information. I know Sunday will be Military Appreciation Day, as it was last Sunday. Tremendous time out here at the ballpark. Off-speed pitch swung on and missed. So Maloney down on strikes. First strikeout for Schimpf. And that will bring up Levi Sotomayor, who struck out and been hit by a pitch in this one. 7 for 16 on the season for Levi. Up here with 2 outs and 2 on in the 6th. Fouls that one to our left off the screen and quickly is behind 0-1. Isaiah Williams went the first 5 innings, gave up just 2 hits and struck out 4. Tyler Schimpf in here in the 6th. Hasn't given up a hit, but he's walked 2 and hit 1. That's outside with a fastball. 1-1 on Sotomayor. Brandon Springer waits on deck, hoping to get a chance in this inning. Fouls that one back to the screen, over the screen, in fact. 1-2 now on Levi. Out of Sac City College. Inside with that one. Took a little bit off it maybe, and it's inside for a ball. 2-2 on Levi Sotomayor. Outside with the fastball. Full count, runners going for the Potters. If Levi could put it out in the outfield, something to be happening. Yankees do have some activity also in their bullpen. So both bullpens busy. 3-2 pitch, breaking ball popped up left side. Left fielder going back. Portwood, now he's going to come in on it and come in and make the catch for the 3rd out. So Sotomayor flies out to left field to end the inning. 1 run, no hits, 2 left. We go to the top of the 7th. It's the Yankees 5 and the Potters 1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, A full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Old Town Pizza, a proud sponsor of your Potters baseball, will deliver you a slice that you won't soon forget. Come see why they've been voted the best of the best 12 straight years. Visit otpizza.net to get yours today. But don't take it from me.
I think Old Town Pizza should be expanded through the state or even through the country because it's so delicious.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Nice, Will. Getting information. Don't get mad at me, Stones. I was getting information from Willie on Tyler Schimpf. He's out of Citrus Heights, California, drafted by the Giants. Didn't you know that? We are in the top of the 7th. Kai Burdick, the new pitcher for the Potters. The 6'9" right-hander comes out of Carlsbad, California, and University of San Francisco. He will face, well, let's see who will face because we had a lot of substitutions for the Yankees in the last inning, but we believe he'll face Julian Clavel and Joseph Portwood. But I think that LaPlaca was replaced, and we didn't get a number, so we'll find out who is the first hitter for the Yankees, who lead this one now 5-1 after the Potters struck for 1 in the 6th, and Landon Weiss guns it down to second base. So it looks like Lucas Drake coming to the plate. Lucas Drake will be the hitter. Takes over for LaPlaca, and I believe he went into second base, and Stallions is over at third base, but Drake takes over for Mike LaPlaca. Right-handed hitter against Kai Burdick here to lead off the 7th inning. Fastball is inside for a ball. 1-0 on Lucas Drake. LaPlaca was 0 for 3 while he was in there, did score a run, and stole the base back in the 5th. That's in the dirt, 2-0. Reached base on a fielder's choice in the 5th and scored on the Julian Clavel single after he stole second base. Two-0 pitch coming up. Inside again, ball 3. 3-0 on Lucas Drake, leading off the top of the 7th here at McBean Stadium in lovely Lincoln, California. Nice Tuesday night crowd out here watching, but so far it's been all Yankees. Fastball's on the inside corner from Kai, so it's 3-1 as they have pretty much dominated Isaiah Williams with the first 5 innings and shut down the Potters, and they've grabbed a 5-0 lead. Potters scored 1, it's in the 6th, and it stands at 5-1 here as we go into the 7th. 3-1 pitches. Squibbed down to first base. Sotomayor has it. He's going to take it himself and step on the bag for the out. So Drake is retired, 3 unassisted, and we've got another pinch hitter coming up. Looks like it might be Joseph Murphy.
No, Logan
Worm,
but that ain't Logan Worm.
We will wait to see. We got a number here, number 23.
Pitch hitting number 23. Is that Logan Worm? Is that correct?
So number 23 is up. We don't think it's Logan Worm because he's a former Potter, and that's not Logan Worm.
It says Logan Worm, but it says Christian Brothers.
So Logan Worm out of Christian Brothers, so we may just have a duplicate there. We may have another Logan Worm. I'm going with it.
Yeah, but this says right. That guy's betting left, so that doesn't make sense.
Okay, none of it makes sense.
So we're gonna just wait. We're gonna say unidentified number 23 is now hitting. Batting for Julian Clavel. We do know that Julian was the DH and now he is out. And it is a 2-0 count on our unidentified pinch hitter, UPO. LaBelle was 1 for 3 right, I was in there, but had that 2-run single, big blow. So 1 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. Burdick's pitch is fouled off. So it is 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. That misses the outside corner, makes it 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Hit high up in the air to center, short center. Jarrett Curtis is coming in, still coming in. He's not going to get there. It'll drop ahead of him, in front of him, and we have a base hit. That'll bring up Joseph Portwood. Struck out twice and singled, so Joseph is 1 for 3. He's out in left field today for the Yankees. Big lead over at first base. Burdick comes to the plate, and I think he hit Portwood. He did. So Portwood will go down to first base. Moves the other runner down to second base. First and second, 1 out. And Dylan Drake, the next scheduled hitter. Don't think that's Dylan Drake, so we'll see who it is. So that's the wrong guy. So Avery Isola is the batter, but ours should be Dylan Drake, actually. There goes the runners. The pitch is grounded out to shortstop. Maloney misses it. It's in the left field. Runner is going to score, and we'll see. Because our records show that Avery Isola shouldn't have been up. It should have been Dylan Drake. So we'll see. Because Christian Smith is coming up after him, and he batted for Andrade. So they skipped a spot in the batting order, the best we could figure out, because Christian Smith batted for Andrade back in the 6th inning. So first and third, error on the shortstop on that one, 6-1 now in favor of the Yankees. Oh, 1 pitch coming from Burdick to Christian Smith. Outside, nice play by Landon Weiss to keep that one from going to the backstop. Portwood is down at third. Isola is over at first. And now we're going to have JP go out and talk to the umpire and say, hey, they batted out of order. And we'll see if we have to kind of pull back some of that stuff. It's a pretty cut and dried. They just skipped Dylan Drake's spot in the batting order. Portwood bats in front of him. He was hit by a pitch, and Isola bats after him, and he came up. And then Christian Smith, who bats in the 9 spot, came up. So actually we had 1 batter bat completely through, and now Christian is up in the middle of his at-bat. And we're going to have the manager for the Yankees come out. That's Jay Landreth. And they're going to chat about that. Stones will either go off for a break or else you can come on and chat about this. Either one is fine with me. Really not much we can say about it because when teams are substituting all the time anyway and you don't really have a roster, it's hard to tell. But then when you skip a guy, it really is kind of obvious.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And generally in these situations, and it could be different for all leagues, but generally when you skip over and you bat out of order, the person that you skipped, it's an automatic out.
Yeah, it's an out. Yeah.
So, but I'm not sure what they're talking about. And you're right. You're bringing in guys left and right, especially in the late innings. It gets a little bit confusing. However, when the scorebook has it one way, you've got it one way, and the managers to have it the other way. That's definitely an issue.
Yeah, but like you say, and it's a good point you make. When you're substituting, your own team sometimes gets a little confused over who's supposed to be up. But Portwood and Drake and Isola, they're three guys that have been in the game the whole time.
Yes.
I'm thinking maybe Drake was being substituted for, and the guy who was going in for him just didn't come up to bat or something. That's obviously speculation. But I think we'll get it all figured out. But it should be an out. To hold it bat for Avery should not have counted, I don't think. But now we don't have any signal of any kind, so I don't know what's going on. So here comes Smith back up to the plate. So 1 ball, 1 strike count. The runners are still at first and third. Pitch is inside for a ball. I was thinking maybe they leave the runners on first and third, but they call the batter who wasn't up out, but they wouldn't let us know so we could put that up on the board or something. 2-1 on Christian Smith. That's chopped foul back to the screen, 2-2. It seemed to all be very amiable out there. Nobody was getting upset or anything. I'm getting upset. I'm steamed. And my age, blood pressure is a concern. I don't want to get too upset about it. 2-2 now on Smith. Foul ball out of play. I would tell you who's on deck, but I have no idea. I can tell you who's supposed to be on deck, J.D. Madrigal, in the top of the order, but that's just conjecture at this point. 1 out here in the 7th inning. 1 run in for the Yankees. They lead 6-1. That's outside, gets away, all the way back to the screen. Here comes the runner in from third. The tag is going to be applied by Landon Weiss. He got back quickly, made a great play, and tagged out Portwood trying to score. What a play by Landon Weiss. So that's either 2 or 3 or 4 outs. You take your pick. The ball bounced to the right of the catcher and hit the backstop. Bounced right back to Landon Weiss. He never gave up on it. Came back and made a diving catch. And Portwood got almost home plate and then realized maybe I shouldn't go. And it was too late then. Going down to second is Isola. 3-2 pitch is fouled out of play. Three balls and 2 strikes. Line drive right field. That's going to get down for a... Oh, wait, did Springer get it? Yes, he did. What a play by Springer. It looked like he wasn't going to have a chance. Leaped to his left and made a nice diving catch to end the inning. So 1 run scored for the Yankees in the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Yankees 6, Potters 1.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at R.C. Willey.
I'm Bill Evans, president of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the seventh out here at McBean Stadium, 6-1 Yankees. Tyler Schimpf on the mound for his second inning of work in relief of Isaiah Williams, who went the first five. And the old saying that if you make a good defensive play that the announcer thinks is going to drop and you make the catch, you're always up first in the next inning. And that's what's happening as Brandon Springer comes to the plate. He'll be followed by Landon Weiss and Zach Malone, 7, 8, and 9 for the Potters against Tyler Schimpf, who struck out 1, walked 2, hit 1 in the sixth inning. Inside with a fastball, 1-0. Springer was hit by a pitch in the second, flied to center, hit the ball really well in the fifth inning, so he's 0 for 1. Swinging and miss at that fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. From the windup, the breaking ball drops in there for a strike, 1-2. Springer out of William Jessup University. Waits for the 1-2. Look out. That hit him again. So he's been hit twice today. That tends to irk a fella. That is the fourth batter hit by the Potters, or on the Potters, who's been hit by the pitchers from the Yankees. Here's Landon Weiss. He walked and grounded out, so he's 0 for 1 in this one. 3 for 10 for the season with 3 runs batted in. Inside for a ball, 1-0 on Landon Weiss. Zach Malone to follow. 6-1 Yankees, bottom of the seventh. That's a fastball in there for a strike. Weiss looks down at JP. Man in the coaching box at third base. Springer leading from first, 1-1 pitch. Took something off that. It's in there for a strike, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes on Landon. That's in the dirt. Nice block by Avery Isola. Keeps Springer at first base. 2-2 now on Landon Weiss. Potter still with just 2 hits in this game. Look out. High and inside, and there goes the runner, and he's in at second base. So Springer steals second. 3-2 now on Landon Weiss. Potters had a hit in the second inning for JT Maloney, and then Sanchez singled in the fourth, and that's the last hit they've got. Fouled off by Landon Weiss. They scored a run without benefit of a hit in the sixth. And they have Springer now at second base with nobody out in the seventh, and Landon Weiss at the plate with a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ball 4. That one just never did anything that Tyler Schimpf wanted it to do. And I noticed when I look at the screen stones, Dylan Drake is still playing shortstop, so he must have just forgot his ups in the last inning. That's what makes it weird to me. If you're playing ball and you're up, you fight your way out, you claw your way out of the dugout to get to the plate, and he must have just forgot. Or maybe he thought he was out, and they told him somebody was taking his place. There's a throwback to second base. Springer gets back in. The ball bounces away, and Springer pretty lucky that the ball bounced away because he was caught off second base. As Malone showed bunt, the ball was outside. Isola threw it back to second, and Springer fortunately getting back in there. So first and second, Malone looks down at JP at third base. Manager John Peters. Nobody out. 2 on here in the seventh inning. Outside with the ball, 2-0. So maybe Zach was showing bunt so Springer could take off and go to third, but it didn't quite work out that way. Fortunately for the Potters, no harm, no foul on that one. 2-0 now on Tyler Schimpf. That one's right down the middle to Zach. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hardy crowd staying out here on a getting cool Tuesday night at McBean. 2-1 coming to Zach Malone. Shows bunt again. He bunts it up over the top, over our head, so that didn't work out quite as well as he liked. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Left-hand hitting Malone waits. Top of the order on deck. That's Jarrett Curtis. That's high and outside, 3-2. Cowbells still ringing. Hardy Potters fans still out there ringing the cowbells. Beer sales open for till the end of this half inning, and they're going to hang out until it's over. 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4. That'll load him up. Schimpf has now walked 4 and hit 2. And here's Jarrett Curtis. Yankees had some activity earlier. They kind of have some milling around right now, but I don't know if anybody is up and throwing. But they did have some activity earlier. Here's Jarrett Curtis, who's grounded to second, struck out, and walked. Breaking ball's in there for a strike. He's been really able to control that one, the off-speed pitch. And he's ahead 0-1 to Jarrett Curtis. Potters would just need a big hit here. A couple runs come across, and a totally different flavor to this game. Same pitch, same result. Strike 2. 0-2. Aiden Isola to follow Jarrett Curtis. Swing and a miss to the fastball. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Curtis is out. First out of the inning. Second strikeout for Schimpf, and here comes Aiden Isola, who's flied to center, popped to first, and been hit by a pitch. So Aiden at the plate. Avery Isola behind the plate as the catcher for the Yankees. The bases are loaded here in the bottom of the 7th. Schimpf from the stretch tries that off-speed pitch. That one is high. 1-0 to Aiden. Cade Sanchez on deck. Cade is the only RBI of the night for the Potters. A sacrifice fly back in the 6th inning. Off-speed pitch misses inside, 2-0. So Aiden probably looking for something now. He's got a 2-0 pitch coming up. Bases loaded. 1 out here in the 7th. Fastball was high, 3-0 to Aiden Isola. Now there is activity in the Yankees pen. 3-0 to Aiden. Ball 4. So Springer comes across the plate. Weiss moves up, so does Malone. Isola goes to first with an RBI walk. His 4th run batted into the season, and now we're going to have a pitching little conference on the pitcher's mound. We're going to step away here in the bottom of the 7th. Right now, Potters have the bases loaded, but they trail it 6-2. Talking is over. Tyler Schimpf still out on the mound after a chat with manager Jay Landreth. Bases are still loaded, and now it's Cade Sanchez, who struck out, singled, and hit a sacrifice fly in this one. He takes that one right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Weiss at third, Malone at second. Now Aiden Isola over at first with Sanchez at the plate. Down low for a ball. Nice take by Cade Sanchez. 1 ball and 1 strike. Trey Furry to follow. Off-speed pitch swung on and missed. 1-2. First and third are in for the Yankees. Stallions at third. Richardson over at first. Double play depth in the middle infielders. That is Drake and Drake. That's hit sharply up the middle. Shortstop has it, flips to second, and they make the force out throw to first over the head of first baseman. Here comes the runner in from third to throw to the plate. He is going to be safe, and the throw's held up. And going back to first is Cade Sanchez. So the Potters score one on the ground and then one on the air, and that makes it 6-4 now in favor of the Yankees. Sanchez is going to get credit for one RBI. It's a fielder's choice. It's an error on the second baseman. Weiss scored and Malone scored. And here's Trey Furry with Sanchez now over at first base. Furry swings and misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. So it was a nice play at shortstop by Drake. Flipped it over to Drake at second base, whose throw to first was wild. Allowed the second run to come around and score for the Potters. 1 RBI for Sanchez. 1-1 pitch is over the head of Trey Furry. 2-1. Good play, though, by Drake to keep that one from going into center field. Potters have scored 3 times. Still don't have a hit in the inning. Furry hits that one out to right center field, moving over the right fielder J.D. Madrigal, and he makes the catch. So 3 runs, no hits, 1 left. We go to the 8th. Yankees 6, Potters 4.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the 8th out here at McBean Stadium, as Stones McCoy just said, Potters are getting closer. 6-4 in favor of the Yankees. Kai Burdick out on the mound for his second inning of work. And we have another pinch hitter. Looks like James Easter is going to be hitting for Madrigal. So Easter comes in for J.D. Madrigal. He'll face Kai Burdick and squibs that one down the first base line toward the Potter dugout for a strike 0-1. J.D. Madrigal had 1 official at bat and scored 2 runs. He was walked twice and hit once and grounded to second. But Easter comes up for him out of Sterling University. Look out, he almost got hit as well. James, an outfielder from Sterling University. 1 ball and 1 strike as he leads off the top of the 8th here. That's popped up down the first baseline, giving chase to Sotomayor, but he's not going to have a chance. But the catch was actually made and then dropped by a fan. Oh, it would have counted too. 1-2. Potter fans, usually they can't catch foul balls because they have a beer in their hands. Potter fans, a lot of beer, no hands. That's our new motto. it could catch on. 1-2 pitch has popped up out of play, and I'm not going to see. I'm not even going to look over there and see who's going to try to catch that one. One ball, 2 strikes. Easter waits, right-handed hitter against the right-hander Kai Burdick. On and fouled at the plate. 1-2. Umpire said, you know something, I need to scuff off a little of that dirt on the plate. I think I waited 8 innings. I think I need to scuff it off right now. That's actually he has a very clean, a pristine plate. He cleans his plate is what the man does. High fastball, 2-2. Should be Easter, Stallions, and Richardson here in the 8th inning for the Yankees, who lead this one 6-4 now after the Potters struck for 3 in the 7th. That's hit well to left field. Moving over is Malone. He's got a beat on it, and Zach pulls it in for the first out of the inning. Easter hits it well, but flies to left, first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Dylan Stallions. He came on for Cowan Meyer back in the 6th inning, got a base on balls. Meyer was 1 for 3 with a couple of runs batted in, a big RBI 2-run single in the 3rd. So here's Stallions out of Colfax High School. Swinging and a miss at a fastball, 0-1. That one's on the inside corner, call strike 2. So very quickly ahead of Dylan Stallions. I think I'll stick with Stallions. Out of Colfax High, headed to Sierra College. Check swing, did he go? I don't think he did. Let's ask. He did. Called out by the first base umpire, who was not as kind as I was. And Stallions is down on strikes. So 2 outs here, and that'll bring up Drake Richardson. Came in for Joaquin Murphy back in the 6th and grounded out to shortstop, so he is 0 for 1. Murphy was 3 for 3 while he was in there today. Richardson, another left-hand hitting first baseman. Outside for a ball. 1-0. Two outs here in the 8th inning. Potters trail 6-4. That's a line down the left field line. It is a fair ball. Malone giving chase over there. Rounding first is Richardson. Malone gets to it quickly and gets it into second base. Good job by Zach in left field, but it's a solid single by Drake Richardson. Hit number 10 for the Yankees, and that'll bring up Lucas Drake, who came on to bat for Mike LaPlaca back in the 7th inning and grounded out, so he is 0 for 1 on the day. That's grounded out to the left of second base. Sanchez has it, scoops it up, throws it to first for the out. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Potters got to make up some ground. They trail 6-4.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
New pitcher for the Sacramento Yankees, John Cucaruda, who is out of the Texas Rangers organization. He will face JT Maloney leading us off here in the 8th inning. Then Levi Sotomayor and Brandon Springer, 5, 6, and 7. In the 8th inning for the Potters, Cucaruda, a right-handed pitcher, facing the right-hander Maloney, working from the windup. That's hit down the first base line, foul. Nice diving try over there by Richardson, but it was foul. And we go 0-1 for JT Maloney. Singled in the second, grounded to third in the fourth, struck out in the sixth, so JT 1 for 3 today. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-2. Potters had 1 in the 6th and 3 in the 7th to close this one down a little bit. They still trail it 6-4. That's inside for a ball. 1-2. Remember, these two teams meeting again on Thursday, Thirsty Thursday out here at McBean Stadium. $3 off 12-ounce beverages from Farmers Brewing Company. Chopped foul. Back to the screen. Also, something to do with the Lincoln Zebras Founders Day or something like that. It's a big deal for Lincoln Zebra fans. That one's down low for a ball. So Cucaruda, the third pitcher. Williams went the first 5, then Tyler Schimpf, and now Cucaruda coming in here in the 8th inning. Williams 5 innings, 2 hits, strikeout 4, was masterful on the mound. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and the bat goes flying, and Maloney is out on strikes. 1 out here in the 8th inning, and here's Levi Sotomayor, who struck out and been hit by a pitch and fly to left. So he is 0 for 2. Left-hand hitting first baseman out of Sac City College. Up here against Cucaruda. First pitch is grounded to third. Nice short bounce, blocked by Stallions. Then he loses it, and safe at first is Sotomayor. So it'll be an error on the third baseman as he knocked it down, then couldn't pick it up, and Sotomayor hustles it out. Second error in 2 innings for the Yankees, and here's Brandon Springer. Brandon was hit by a pitch in the second, fly to center in the 5th, and was hit by a pitch again in the 7th. So he is up here with 1 out and a runner at first, and the Potters trailing by just 2 here in the 8th inning. Fastball, inside corner, call strike. Avery Isola behind the plate for the Yankees. Stallions at third, Drake at short, Drake at second, Richardson at first. 0-1. Springer swings and misses, another ball inside. 0-2. Landon Weiss, the catcher, to follow for the Potters. (0-2) coming up from Cucaruda. Chopped out towards second base. Over to short, they got 1. They're not going to get another. It's a fielder's choice. And Springer and Sotomayor changed places. It goes 4-6 on the force out at second base. 2 outs, and here's Landon Weiss, who's walked, grounded out, and walked again. Scored a run back in the 7th. William Jessup University takes a look down at JP in the coach's box at third base. He's got a runner at first base. 2 outs now in the 8th. Fastball swung on and missed by Landon Weiss. 0-1. Sharply hit ground ball, but foul, and that scatters the Yankees in front of their dugout, who seem, again, not to Nevada Knicks proportions, but they have quite a few of them out there in front of the dugout. 0-2 quickly on Landon. If he should reach, Zach Malone would have a chance. Weiss number 8, Malone number 9 in the Potters order today. Springer leads at first. He looks like he might want to take off. He does. Pitches down low. The throw to second base is going to be a little bit too late, and Springer has himself a stolen base, and he kicked the base out into left field. Just for a good measure. Second stolen base for Brandon Springer today. They're going to put that back where it should be. I think that's the rules. Although today, you never know the rules. I think he just tuck it under his arm and take off. Not a bad idea. Lou Brock was the greatest. Today I'm the greatest base stealer of all time. Just walk off with the base under his arm. 1-2 now on Landon. He's got a runner now in scoring position. Line drive over the shortstop's head into left field for a base hit. Here comes Springer. And that's a run on the board for the Potters. Just their third hit, but Weiss pulls out another RBI. He's got 4 on the season. Springer's stolen base pays off. And the Potters now have cut it to 6-5. And Zach Malone is the next hitter. JP's talking to the umpire, maybe telling him, if you didn't allow that illegal battle out inning, we'd have a tie game right now. I'm just saying, I'm not saying. But maybe that's not what he's talking about. So Weiss comes through again. Landon with 4 runs batted in. I think we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Number 37, that might be Chris Cook, the new guy. We saw him the other night in the alumni game. So it is Chris Cook batting for Zach Malone. Malone was 0 for 2 today. Did score a run back in the 7th. Here's Cook, big left-handed hitter. Takes the first pitch down low for a ball. So a big RBI single by Landon Weiss. It's now a 6-5 ball game. And Cook up here with a 1-ball, no-strike count. Outside, ball 2. Top of the order, Jarrett Curtis on deck. Cook wearing number 37. 2-0, looking for something he can drive. That wasn't it. It's off the glove of the catcher, but Isola picks it up before Weiss can advance high on the pitch. So it's 3 balls and no strikes now on Chris Cook. Cucaruta, the third Yankees pitcher. Isaiah Williams goes the first 5 innings and gives up nothing. And the Potters have put 5 up on the board against a couple of relievers here and threatening to do more. 3-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Fastball outside, ball 4. Cucaruta thought he had it, that one in there, but Cook is on first, and Weiss moves into scoring position, and now here's Jarrett Curtis. We're going to have a runner for Chris Cook. Pinch running, I think that might be Drew Andrews. We'll check on that. So here is Jarrett Curtis, who struck out twice, walked and grounded to second base. So pinch runner at first. At second, it's Landon Weiss. Potter's just a hit away from tying this one up, which seemed unlikely a little while ago. Curtis out of Cypress, Texas. Right-hand hitter waits the pitch from Cucuruta. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Potters with runners at first and second, 2 outs here in the 8th. They've come back from 5-0, 5-1, 6-1. Swing and a miss on that one outside. Pitch from Cucuruta. Potter fans yelling encouragement to Jarrett Curtis at the plate. Diggs calls strike 3. They're going to throw it down to first base because he dropped the third strike, but Curtis is out on strikes. 1 run on 1 hit. Potters leave a couple. We go to the 9th inning. It's the Yankees 6 and the Potters 5.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dog's Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
We are back, top of the 9th. Grant Kelly, the new pitcher for the Potters out of the College of Southern Nevada, and he will take on. Well, this is an interesting half inning for the Yankees. It's number 23. We don't know who that is. Joseph Portwood is next, and then the spot that the guy didn't bat last time. So we've got quite the inning coming up for you, fans. Do not leave your sets. It's all happening. Number 23 is up. He got a single and scored in the 7th inning. We still have no idea who he is. I guess we could have sent an intern down to ask them. That would have been a good idea. Someone had a thought of their own and said, hey, maybe I'll go find out. I don't know. That's just me. Kelly's pitch is fouled off. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Kelly delivers a fastball in the inside corner. Nice looking pitch by Grant. 0-2. Kelly started against the Knicks on the second game of the season. Went 2 innings, gave up 3 runs, struck out 4. Breaking ball. Missed somewhere. Ball 1. 1-2 on the mysterious number 23. That's a high fastball. Evens the count at 2-2. Joseph Portwood, the left fielder, on deck. He's been a constant throughout the game for the Yankees. We always know he's there. That's hit high up in the air, short left field, going out the shortstop. Left fielder come in. They're not going to be able to get it. The ball bounces to the right, going to second base. The throw comes in. It's a little bit too late. It's a double for the mysterious number 23, who's now 2 for 2 on the day. And that'll bring up Joseph Portwood. This will be interesting because Dylan Drake is on deck, and he should have batted last time, but he didn't. So if he bats this time, then something was wrong one of the 2 times. That's the only thing I can figure. But right now, more importantly for the Potters, is Joseph Portwood because there's a runner at second base and nobody out. And the Yankees lead this one 6-5, and Kelly's first pitch is down low for a ball. That's popped up behind the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike on Joseph Portwood, who is from Benedictine Mesa in Arizona and has found his way out to play for the Sacramento Yankees. Off-speed pitch, nice pitch, swung on and missed. 1-2. Runner at second, bluffing off of second. Here's the pitch. Nice block by Landon Weiss as that was low and outside. 1-2 now on Portwood. More cowbell is the call from Christopher Walken, answered by the Potters faithful out here. That's outside and low. See what the count, I had 2-2. Let's see if scoreboard has 3-2. Kelly looks in to get the sign from Landon Weiss. That's high and outside. That's ball 4. So Portwood just get the base on balls. 2 on, nobody out, and here is Dylan Drake, which is interesting because this was his spot last time when he came up, and he didn't come up, and there was decided there was no problem there. So if he shows up to bat, there should be a problem this time. And here comes JP, I think. So Drake steps in, and no, we're going to have a meeting at the mound is what we're going to have. We're going to step away here as going out to talk to Grant Kelly. So we had a double to open the inning and then a walk to Portwood. Runners at first and second and nobody out. And now Dylan Drake makes his reappearance to the game after taking his last at bat off, which I guess you can do now. They've changed the game a little since I was playing. When I was playing, you had to go up to bat every time it was your turn and bat. I don't know why they don't do that anymore. Dylan going over to talk to one of his coaches and go, you didn't bat last time. I know, I was doing something. I was busy. So everybody on the pod is getting together to talk at the pitcher's mound, and the umpire is going, it's getting late, and I was just wondering if you guys could break it up, and they do. So nobody out here. Potters have closed to 6-5, but the Yankees threatened to put a little bit more distance between them as Drake comes to the plate. He has walked, doubled, and singled, so that's another reason why I'm surprised he skipped his last at bat. He was doing pretty well. 2 for 2, on base all 3 times. He shows bunt right away. Furry at third base thinking about it. Now he pulls it back, and the pitch is in there for a strike. Showed bunt, pulled it back, pitch is in there, 0-1 on Dylan Drake. Avery Isola, the catcher, is scheduled next for the Yankees. That one's high to Dylan. 1-1. Dylan Drake out of Sacramento City College. 1-1 pitch. Line drive right at the shortstop, handled by Maloney, and runners are back. So Drake hit it hard, but hit it right at the shortstop. 1 out, and that'll bring up Avery Isola, the catcher, who has struck out, been hit by a pitch, reached on an air, and grounded out to second. So had a busy day at the plate. Has Avery Isola. Christian Smith is on deck. But 1 out now, runners still at first and second for the Yankees here in the top of the 9th. Fastball gets away from Weiss. He's going to throw to third. The runner's going. The throw down to third is going to be a little bit too late. He puts the tag on him and gets him. Trey Furry stayed with the tag, and the runner is out trying to move to third. Another runner thrown out by Landon Wise today, and a big one. Staying at first is Portwood, but now there's 2 outs, and Isola at the plate. Furry stayed with the tag. It didn't look like the ball beat him down there, but Furry stayed with the tag and got the call. And now here's Isola. Fastball is in there for a strike. 1-1, excuse me. First pitch was outside. Got away from the catcher, and that's what started all the craziness. 1 ball and 1 strike. Isola fouls it at the plate, probably influenced by the fan who yelled swing while the ball was coming. 1-2. I would say thank you for the helpful advice, sir. Portwood at first, 2 outs. One-two pitch. Here goes the runner, and he's going to get there without a throw being made as the ball's in the dirt, blocked by Weiss, but Portwood will get credit for a stolen base on that one. He is now in scoring position, which is important because the Yankees just have the 1-run lead here. 2-2 pitch coming from Grant Kelly. High fastball, 3-2. If Isola reaches, Christian Smith would be next. 3-2 coming from Kelly. Fouled away to our right. So Avery stays alive. Avery Isola. 10 hits on the night make that 11 hits on the night for the Yankees. Just 3 for the Potters. 3-2 pitch is fouled off down the right field line again by Avery Isola, staying alive. Brother Aiden over in the Potters dugout. Looking on. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Little blooper into left center field. Curtis is on the move, and nobody's going to get there. It's an RBI single for Isola and another run for the Yankees, as the Yankees now lead at 7-5. Scoring is Portwood, so the stolen base comes in handy. Dropping that one into short left center was Isola. Hit number 12 and run number 7 for the Yankees. And here's Christian Smith. Came on for Andrade in the 6th and flied out, so he is 0 for 1 so far. Fastball's in there for a strike. 0-1 to Christian Smith. Fly down on a really good play by Brandon Springer out in right field. That's chopped down to first base. In the hole into right field for a base hit. Well, not much on that grounder, but had enough to get there perfectly placed by Christian Smith. He singles to right. Isola goes to second. 3rd hit of the inning. So James Easter coming to the plate. Came on from Madrigal back in the 8th and hit a long fly to left field. He is 0 for 1. Easter out of Sterling University. Right-handed hitter against Grant Kelly. Inside with a fastball. 1-0 on Easter. Dylan Stallions to follow. If Easter keeps the 9th inning going for the Yankees, who have grabbed a run in this inning to stretch their lead to 7-5 in this one. Fastball inside again. 2-0. Hit sharply out toward short. Maloney has it's going to flip to second for the force in that inning. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's the Yankees 7, the Potters 5.
Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the Old Historic District. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory Filet-O-Fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. Oh, you're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the ninth, Potters trail at 7-5. John Cucaruta back on the mound for the Yankees. And it'll be Aiden Isola, Cade Sanchez, and Trey Furry. 2, 3, and 4 for the Potters here as they have one more chance to pull this one out. Isola flied to center, popped out, was hit by a pitch, and had an RBI walk back in the seventh, so he's 0 for 2 with that RBI, his fourth of the season. Right-handed hitting DH against Cucaruta. Pops it up right side. Coming on is Smith toward the line and makes the catch for the first out. That's James Easter out there actually who makes the catch for the first out. Isola is retired. And here's Cade Sanchez, who struck out, singled, hit a sacrifice fly and a fielder's choice. Has 2 runs batted in today. Potters still with just 3 hits in this one. First pitch is in there for a call strike on the inside corner to Cade. 0-1, Trey Furry to follow. Sanchez with a couple more runs batted in. He's got 6 on the season. That's a ball, 1-1. Inside to Cade Sanchez, 2-1. Potters trail by 2 as the Yankees picked up a big insurance run in the top of the ninth on a single from Avery Isola. 2-1 pitches down low in the dirt, 3-1. Sanchez obviously aware the Potters need a base runner in this one, at least one, if they're going to make up the 2-run deficit. Cucaruta in his second inning of work. Inside, ball 4. So Sanchez gets the base on balls. Isaiah Williams went the first 5, then Tyler Schimpf. And now Cucaruta in his second inning of work. His second walk he's given up. He's also struck out 2. And here's Trey Furry, who's grounded to third, flied to right, walked, and then flied to right again. So Trey is 0 for 3 in this one. Steps in against Cucaruta with Sanchez at first base and 1 out. Takes a fastball in there for a strike. Starts it off 0-1 to Trey Furry out of Folsom Lake College and Oklahoma Baptist University. Longtime Potter fan favorite. 0-1 pitch is hit sharply down to third, scooped up by Stallions over to second for 1, back to first. They're not going to get Furry at first base. So the fielder's choice puts Furry at first, but now 2 away as Stallions to Drake retires Sanchez. He's off the base pass, and here's J.T. Maloney. So Don Magrella is going to hit for J.T. Maloney. Agrella out of Sac City College. Maloney was 1 for 4 while he was in there. And now it's Don Magrella. We're in number 10. Furry now at first base, Agrella at the plate. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Starts it off 0-1. That's a little bit too high. 1-1, and Isola's going to go out and talk to John Cucaruta here. With 2 outs and a runner at first in the bottom of the ninth inning, Yankees 7 and Potters 5. Levi Sotomayor scheduled to be next for the Potters. Isola done with the conversation with John Cucaruta. Returns behind the dish. 1-1 on Don Magrella. Fastball just misses the outside corner. 2-1 on Dom. Furry with a very short lead over at first base. Swing and a miss at a fastball. 2-2. Potters 1 strike away now from dropping their third of the season, and the Yankees would go to 3-0 with the win. Inside. Did I hit him? I think it did. Yes, it did on the forearm. So Urgrella is hit by a pitch. The Potters keep it going here and leave it all up to Levi Sotomayor, who has struck out, been hit by a pitch, fly to left, and reached on an error. Actually, fielder's choice.
Now batting for the Potters, first baseman Levi Sotomayor.
Levi with 7 hits coming in today. Is now 7 of 18 on the season, and he's got runners at first and second, and 2 outs here in the 9th. Slices it down the left field line, giving chase, and a foul ball into the bullpen area. Portwood giving chase out there, but everybody will return to their original spots. And Levi will try it again. If he keeps it going, Brandon Springer would be next. Oh and 1 now on Levi Sotomayor. Agrella at first. Furry at second. That's in the dirt. Nice block by Avery Isola. As Portwood now in left field has moved really over close to the left field line. A little bit of a breeze plus the left-handed hitter. He's going to hit a slice out there to left field, so he's playing at left center now. A little bit wide open, although center fielder, I think that's Easter out there. He's playing at pretty close to left center. Outside for a ball. So actually right center is the place to go. Christian Smith and right. So a little bit of a shift on Levi as he's got a 2-1 strike count here. Breaking ball misses high. 3-1 on Levi. One ball away from loading it up for Brandon Springer. No activity in the pen for the Yankees, so it's Cucaruta's game to win. 3-1 on Sotomayor. Swing and a miss. Gets it down to 3-2, so everybody's moving. Something in the gap could tie the game for the Potters. It's up to Levi Sotomayor and John Cucaruta right now. Fouled out of play by Levi. Off to the left side out there in the grassy knoll, over the grassy knoll, into the darkness of the night. Now we go back to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runners return to their spots. That means Trey Furry. That means Dom Agrella. Sotomayor, slightly open stance from the left side. Here's the 3-2. Hit sharply into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Here comes one run around third. That's Furry. He's going to score. Agrella going all the way over to third as the throw comes all the way through. And the Potters are still alive. Levi Sotomayor comes through with an RBI, and it's now 7-6 in favor of the Yankees. Good base running by Agrella to get all the way over to third on that one. The ball came through. So now it's 7-6, and now we're going to have a meeting at the mound with the Yankees, and maybe they are going to bring in. I don't see anybody down there, but with first and third now, a 7-6 ball game, and Brandon Springer coming to the plate. That's only the 4th hit for the Potters today. Scoring was Trey Ferry quite easily. And now we've got, now we're going to warm somebody up. Okay, not bad, not bad. So we're now down to the point, Sons, and I know you don't want me to mention this, that if they had been called for batting out of order, it would be a tie game right now. I'm not supposed to say that.
Well, you've mentioned it a couple of times.
Okay,
That's fine.
all right, so maybe you caught
But
me
that's
on
okay.
that. Maybe you caught me on that one, okay?
But I understand what you're saying, and I actually think that JP is feeling the same way here.
Yeah, I know.
He missed one there. Would have liked to have gotten that out there. Would have changed the game up to this point, but I don't think it matters now.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's the early on in the summer. It's not a league game. It's just everybody working out. It's all good. But we got the tying run 90 feet away in the personage of Don Magrella. A big clutch single by Sotomayor, and now it's Brandon Springer who's been hit by a pitch twice, fly to center, and a fielder's choice. Kukuru taking his time. Here's the pitch inside for a ball. Avery Isola's been very solid behind the plate, but you never know a wild pitch can get that run in. 1-0 now. Sotomayor taking probably the shortest lead in history over at first base. 1-0 pitch is hit to the right side of shortstop, picked up over to second, and that's the ball game. So a good play out there by Dylan Drake to get it to second, about a step ahead of Levi Sotomayor. So 1 run for the Potters in the 9th, but our final score tonight, the Sacramento Yankees 7, the Lincoln Potters 6. We're back with Potters Postgame right after this on the Stones Radio Networks.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
I insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on. After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Welcome into Potters Postgame.
Start
That's
the only
the warm-up, not the post.
Whoa. Sorry about that, buddy. Every once in a while I
Stones McCoy.
Every once in a while I get one messed up, don't
Ladies
I?
and gentlemen, Stones McCoy.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. We're getting back there. Oh, boy.
It's time. And it's the
Look at
warm-up
that.
again.
There
Now
it
we're
is.
ready.
There it
Now
is.
we're ready to wrap this
I
up.
thought I had that handled earlier, but I did not.
Kind of just like the Potters, a couple of bad starts and stops, and all of a sudden we tried to pull it out at the end, and it just wasn't there as the Potters lose this one 7-6. And Stones McCoy, the one thing that I think is alarming for the Potters, and it's early in the season and it doesn't really matter, is that, only 4 hits.
Yeah, that's we started the game off pregame talking about how nice it's been to see the offense get started early in the summer. Today was just a lull. Now, let's give all the credit to the Sac Yankees pitching. Now, they came out and they really did have...
Isaiah Williams was fantastic.
I mean, Williams was in the zone from the very beginning. He was averaging about 13 pitches through the first 3 innings.
Wow.
And when you're doing that, you're going to go deep into a game. You're really going to control your stuff. And he did exactly what he needed to do, is put his team in the right spot so they could go ahead and get this win.
Yeah, Williams obviously the player of the game, I think, from their standpoint. The hitting-wise, they got, contributions from a lot of different places, and so that's what you want to see when you're on the winning side. On the losing side, the Potters pitching was okay. I mean, nobody really stood out today, and so it was a kind of a plate where we went through the first 3 games of the season, dropped 2 out of 3, but everything is competitive. Everybody looks like they're playing well. This one was a little sloppier maybe tonight.
Well, absolutely. Even though the score says that it was a close game, 7-6. And again, we talk about the Potters never giving up, and they don't, and they fight to the very end. But you're right. This is a game where a lot of the little things were not working for the Potters today. Again, we talk about too many base on balls. Free passes really leads to big innings, and that's exactly what happened tonight. You look out there in the 8th inning, and
it happened on both teams. I mean, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah,
that was
absolutely.
the reason the Potters were able to come from behind. The relievers kind of gave them a little open door, and they almost crawled through it. Okay, so you put this one behind you. You got tomorrow off. You come back on Thursday. You got the Sacramento Yankees again. So I think that kind of gives the Potters a little chip on the shoulder for Thursday.
Well, absolutely, and they've faced some really good pitching up to this point. So I think that they now have a few games where they can measure themselves.
Yeah,
they can kind of see where they're at right now. They face some really good pitchers, and they're going to be in for a heck of a test come Thursday.
There you go. Okay, so check us out on Thursday. Martine, your buddy, is here, and that's always a good sign. Thursday, 6:35, first pitch. We got the Yankees again. It's a Thirsty Thursday. We're on about 6:20 with the Potters pregame. We will see you then. We thank you for watching. We thank you for listening. We'll see you next time on the Stones Radio Networks.